Indeed delivers 2.5 times more hires than the other branded job sites combined, according to Breathe HR 2019. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first job post. Terms and conditions apply.
Yeah, you on 2? You there with Tom?
Yup, I'm here with Tom, just so you know.
K-How News Time.
Cool.
No 3.
The East Troubleshooter fire has exploded in size near Grand Lake. It's gone from around 19,000 acres yesterday to more than 125 this morning. The town of Grand Lake was evacuated, some getting short notice.
It's literally how much this has changed in 24 hours is significant to, according to the map, there's a lot that's being burned right now. And we don't know for sure, because I don't know how accurate this map is, so that's why we're being very hopeful.
That man talking to Fox 31, the fire is already the 4th largest in Colorado history. There is a red flag warning for Granby and Grand Lake, as well as Boulder and Clear Creek counties, so crews battling the over half a dozen fires in the northern part of the state will have to work hard and fast. There is a chance of some snow moving into the area Saturday night into Sunday. A foot could fall on the fire areas. Temperatures could be in the 20s for the Broncos game against the Chiefs on Sunday. And Pepsi Center is changing its name. The home of the Nuggets, Avs, and Mammoth have announced a new partnership with the Ball Corporation. It will now become Ball Arena. I'm Chuck Clark.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by ZQuil Pure Z's.
From the Betfred Sports Traffic Center, got a crash on the north end of town on southbound I-25 past 84th. The 2 left lanes remain blocked. Solid backups there. They're trying to get that cleared out of the way, but pack your patience nonetheless. Got that crash on the southbound side of Highway 85 at Happy Canyon at that intersection. Semi was trying to cross the railroad tracks. It didn't make it. Its trailer was split in half by the train there. That's going to be there for a bit, so avoid southbound Highway 85.
Hey, Tom.
Canyon for quite some time if you can.
Let listeners know that the computer's down in the studio up here, so no podcast for today.
Cool today with a high of only 46. Right now, fog and 34. With your impact traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner, 630 K-How.
You have to be up in 5 hours, 2 hours, and you haven't slept.
I can get it for you, but I have to wait till they get the computer back up. Our computer's completely down up here for recording.
Sleep and wake with no next day grogginess. ZQuil Pure Z's. Naturally superior sleep.
Yeah, I can send you yesterday's show as soon as they get the computer back up. I'll Gmail it to you.
We're saying the matter.
Also, Daff wants to know when the website's going to be back up.
More without your approval. But that's exactly what politicians are doing. And that's why we need Proposition 117. Proposition 117 gives us the tax.
Said it's down to her.
It allows us to vote on large fee increases, which we all know are just hidden taxes. For far too long, politicians in Colorado have raised the cost of car registrations, health insurance.
Yeah, she can hear you.
I have no less than probably 8 friends that have homes in there. Oh, all of the homes along 34 above Grand Lake are pretty much gone.
Oh my God. Oh, wow. Holy shit, the Grand Lake Lodge is gone? Yep. Wow, my God. Holy cow. We were just there. It is dead. I think, do they think it's going to wipe the whole town?
Alright guys, you're on 5 seconds. Have a great show. Fantastic.
That last part was fake.
200. This is the Troubleshooter Show.
Tom Martino. This hour brought to you by RealCBDThatWorks.com. Welcome to the only show of its kind. Give us a call, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. What's on your mind and how can we help you? We're working on a lot of things today that people have called in about. This is the place to get help. You get help, information, and referrals. That's what we do here each and every day. All you have to do is call, and that's 303-713-TALK. A lot happening, as I said, and sometimes you can get instant help when you call, and at other times we need to work on it. We need to research. We need to do certain things. Again, I'm trying to bring out things that are going on, going back, just things to be aware of over the past several weeks. We found about Voyagers International, which is a scumbag company, and that company has taken millions of dollars around the country and is not coming through on a trip. They say they canceled and claimed there's a non-refundable cancellation policy, and basically they can cancel for any reason they want. I've never heard such a ludicrous, unconscionable contract in my life. Then we have Lance Slayton, Colorado catastrophe. Seems to be a bad dude. Who was working on that one? That was it was
Suzanne Daphne called.
Yeah. He just hung up. He wouldn't talk. He owed money to somebody, owed money to an employee, and apparently a lot of people are owed money. So that sucks. Okay, just to let you know. And then who else we have? One Source. I have a note here about One Source. Anybody recall that one? I have a call about also iHail Smart Auto Repair. They have good ratings, but for some reason we've been getting complaints about them. And iHail Smart Auto Repair. Yeah, they were belligerent as hell. And then listen to this. Then there is a group called Blockchain Mining Network that's taking money from people online as an investment in Bitcoin, not Bitcoins, but some kind of virtual currency. Then we have Elite Router and Drain. That's an amazing ripoff. Elite Router or Drain Pro, they basically give you video of other people's of bad sewers.
Did we ever
bad sewer lines or drain lines, and then say you need a new one?
Did we ever get in touch with those clowns from yesterday that fixed that guy's furnace or his water heater without even seeing if the gas was turned on?
No, we didn't.
Let's call those guys.
Yeah, whatever happened with that? Did we give that to Deputy B, I think?
Yeah, but let's try to get him on the air.
Yeah. Here's the deal. This guy calls in and says that he had a problem. He goes to a condo now and then. It's a second home. He hadn't been there in 5 months. He walks in the door, and he goes over. He notices he has no hot water. So then he calls a plumber. The plumber goes down and looks at his boiler. The boiler's not firing, so he changes the thermocouple. Then he changes, listen to this, then he changes the gasoline valve, the gas valve, not gas, the gas valve. Then he changes out a pump that looks bad. He did about $1,700 worth of work. Still nothing is working. Guess what? They come to find out that he never had gas into the apartment or into the condo because Black Hills Energy had shut down the gas due to a reported leak. Now, Black Hills shut it down and told the property manager. The property manager didn't tell the condo owner. But here was the condo owner's reasoning when he first called us, that Black Hills Energy is responsible for that $1,700 bill. Now, here you have a moron plumber who comes to a house and sees a boiler is not firing. And before doing anything, he changes out a thermocouple and a gas valve without checking to see if there's even gas. Then he goes ahead and changes out a pump that was leaking. Now, the pump was probably leaking because it was sitting there static and cold, but neither here nor there. Maybe he needed a pump, maybe not. Anyway, the guy spends $1,700. Now, how in hell does why would Black Hills Energy be responsible for that? No frickin' way that would happen. So this guy should be upset with the plumber. Instead, he's upset with Black Hills Energy. He said, I wouldn't have spent the money if it wasn't for Black Hills. Well, you wouldn't have spent the money if it wasn't for a moron plumber. The moron plumber came to the house and never checked supply. He went straight to the valve and changed it out, then changed a thermocouple, and then a pump which has nothing to do with anything, except he figured while he was there, he saw it, maybe he can get some more money, and ends up spending $1,700 of this guy's money. So why would it ever be their responsibility at Black Hills Energy? If you have any problems, call us. If we think you have a problem, we'll help you out. If we think you don't have a problem, we'll tell you why. Now, Gene, he's calling about his brother who passed away and wants to honor him. Now, Gene, what's happening? What happened?
Well, he caught the coronavirus in a nursing home east. I won't say where it's at, but it's east of Colorado Springs there, and he did catch it there, and he lasted maybe like 7 days, maybe 8 days.
How old was he?
Didn't last very long. My brother was 89, and he went. Goodness. He was in the Air Force, and his neighbor. I don't know if I should say that. His neighbor was a 4-star general.
Wow.
But I won't say where. Okay. No. I actually met him. Okay.
A 4-star general. They're pretty rare.
Yes, honest to God, I know. My God, that was an honor for me. And at the senior center where I go to, I told all them guys that they never even seen a 1-star general.
I met a 1-star general once, a retired guy. But
you did? Wow.
4-star is amazing.
So this is a 4. Yeah, he was in the Air Force. I got honored I got escorted in his room, and he said I gave him an Air Force calendar that I acquired from Strub Associates. I guess I can say their name. They're real nice people.
So what are you calling about, Gene? What can we do for you?
Well, I just want to honor him. My brother Ray Mays, he was a track and football star in Salida, Colorado.
His name was Ray Martin?
No, Martin Ray Mays.
Martin
Ray, yes.
And his last name?
Martin Ray Mays. Mays, M-A-E-Z. And he was a football and track star in Salida, Colorado. And my granddaughter tried to find he was in the high school area there. In the administration office, he had his plaque there for a long time, but they said they don't save them. I guess they throw them away.
Was he in the Air Force, Gene?
Yes, he was. He was in there for 29 years, 27 years. He was in Desert Storm in Vietnam, but he worked for Northrop at Desert Storm. No.
Did you say he was
there?
He was 89?
89, yes, and he didn't last very long with that virus.
Gene, were many people in that home taken out?
We don't know. They won't tell us nothing, okay? They won't say nothing, and I don't know. I wish we knew. Maybe, we're going to have the services in Colorado Springs. My niece is going to call me for details. But I don't know if you get listeners in Salida, Colorado.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, you do? Okay. Well, hopefully they'll remember him, who's ever left over there.
Martin Rays, a track star, an Air Force veteran. We salute him. And Gene, thank you for calling. We thank him for his service. We're sorry he had to go in a nursing home with COVID. That's a terrible thing. So let us know. When will his funeral be? What day?
We don't know yet. My niece has not called me, okay?
You let me know.
I will, okay?
Okay, let me know, Gene. Okay, that's Martin Rays, and his brother called to honor him. He's an Air Force veteran and a track star from Salida, Colorado. We have more coming up.
Clear. Nothing this break. You're good.
In town telling you who you should call for your next home loan. The question you have to ask yourself, is that who they called when it was time for them to get a mortgage? When you hear an on-air personality talk about Ideal Home Loans, it's because they picked up the phone and called us for their own personal home loan. To find out how we can help you, call us today at Ideal Home Loans, 303-867-7000, or apply online at idealhomeloans.com. Equal opportunity lender regulated by DORA, NMLS 136756. For terms and conditions, call 844-45-IDEAL.
America's biopharmaceutical companies are making progress against COVID-19. Now with several promising vaccine candidates.
Yeah, can I speak to Eddie and Tanya, please?
With an effort to include people from every walk of life, these trials involve tens of thousands of participants. From development to clinical trials and throughout the manufacturing process, these medicines and vaccines are rigorously tested for safety and effectiveness. Go to pharma.org/coronavirus for updates. Because science is how we get back to normal. Paid for by Pharma.
Hey there, Dan Cicchini, owner of Done Right Kitchens and Baths, Windows and Doors. There's absolutely no reason why right now can't be your time to get started on the beautiful new kitchen or that awesome bath you've always wanted. Right, Tom?
Of course, Dad. With our unique cabinet resurfacing, they'll get that beautiful new kitchen. And without the mess and expensive replacement. And in a shorter time, too.
Boy, you got that right, Todd. But if an all-new kitchen is on their wish list, we'll build it from the bottom up, first rate all the way. And let's not forget that very special room, the bath. What about that?
Well, hey, turning leaky, moldy, smelly baths into awesome rooms, that's what we do. Whether it's a tub to shower conversion or a whole new 5-piece bath, our family business will make it special, just like we've done for decades.
Okay, Todd. So, folks, give us a call and see what our family can do for your family. Kitchens, baths, counters, and floors, and even replacement windows and doors. You have our word with Future Right at Done Right. 303-722-2295.
No worries. This guy says, no worries. Who's that remind you of, Suzanne? Jesus. Everything with him was no worries. No worries. No worries.
The answer may be as simple as a mortgage refinance. Hey, it's Ross Kaminsky for American Financing.
You all right? You're tired or you're...
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm fine. Okay, you know
Quiet
what?
as fuck.
I'm just going to tell you something. I'm very, very pissed off, and something's bothering me. This fucking... I spent so much money on this Sonos system, and it's never, I mean from day one, it's never worked properly. Sometimes it's on the Wi-Fi system, sometimes it just disappears. I reinstall it, and then fucking speakers disappear and reappear. It's the most frustrating. Yeah, yes, Steph. I was on with the factory. Listen to this for 2 hours. I had it almost all working. He had me reboot the router.
Tom, we have a great guy that works independently and does our Sonos. He is amazing.
Oh,
his name is Shankar.
You have a Sonos system? That son of a bitchin' system? That's a piece of shit. I'm so pissed.
We have had no problems because Shankar works it.
Yeah, you give me his fucking number. Thank you. I didn't know what you were saying. Thank you. Give me his number. So listen, I'm on the phone for 2 hours with this guy.
Just today, Walgreens. We make Medicare easy. $0 copay on Tier 1 generic drugs when enrolled in a plan with Walgreens as a preferred pharmacy. Walgreens accepts other plans.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company customizes your home insurance so you only pay for what you need.
As a minimalist, paying less for insurance is more.
Nice place. Is your house a bubble?
It's a dome. I find corners unnecessary.
At Liberty Mutual, that's how we feel about overpaying for insurance.
But I do miss having shelves.
What would you put on them?
Nothing, obviously.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Season after season, quality the reason. People trust K&H Home Solutions. Beautiful windows, siding and doors, roofing, gutters and more.
Hello, consumer advocate Tom Martino here for K&H Home Solutions. Want to save up to 40% on custom-fit, energy-efficient windows, maintenance-free siding, and beautiful doors with matching storm doors? Here's how. K&H is offering a 35% discount all month, plus an extra 5% on top of that for just donating 3 or more food items to the K&H Food Drive benefiting community table. There are no better products on the market and no better company to install them than K&H. Giving back to their community. Make your own appointment now at khwindows.com. And for details, 303-421-7100. That's khwindows.com.
K&H Home Solutions has what you're looking for.
This report is sponsored by ZQuil Pure Z's.
More clouds than sun today, breezy and much cooler. An early high of 55, falling into the 30s by dinner time, but winter changes are ahead. I'm Fox 31, Pinpoint Weather Meteorologist Brooks Garner.
You have to be up in 5 hours, 2 hours, and you haven't slept. Vic ZQuil Pure Z's is a drug-free blend of botanicals with an optimal dose of melatonin that helps you fall asleep naturally and wake with no next-day grogginess. ZQuil Pure Z's, natural.
Back on in about 30 seconds.
America, your children have an amazing superpower. That's right. They can help save lives by simply washing their hands. Just 20 seconds of thorough hand washing after they've coughed or sneezed or been outside can help fight against the dastardly spread of germs. Armed with only soap and water and hands, your superhero can protect you.
10 seconds, guys. You're back in.
America Land. Amazing! Find out more at coronavirus.gov. A message from the CDC and the Ad Council.
630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station.
Hello, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere in the universe. Okay, listen. Jenna wants to talk about a gas well in the neighborhood. Okay, let's talk about that, Jenna. What's going on?
Hi there, Tom. Yeah, I was just calling about Western Gas, which sent me a letter in the mail recently. They sent me a contract that was about 10 pages long, saying, "Hey, we'd like to lease your mineral rights for your units in this area. Looking for an area on Brighton."
How much land do you have?
It's an acre, and they're looking to give me $1,500 for with $1,500 to sign with a 17% royalty.
What's
bonus.
the percentage of royalty?
17.
Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, and so 17% plus 1,500. 17% of what did they say? Gross?
They didn't, and it's not something I'm familiar with. They had a rep call me and kind of chat with me.
Do you know that you own your mineral rights?
That's the thing, is I didn't realize that my little dinky townhome owns any mineral rights.
Wait, you're in a townhome?
Let alone an acre.
You're in a townhome?
Yep, exactly.
Well, hold on. Is that acre yours, or does it belong to the townhome development?
And that's not something I know about, but they seem to think it's mine.
What happens if they had one holdout in the townhome?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm getting at. I don't know what they're doing. Did they send letters to other people in there?
They did. It's all over next door neighbor.
So how many people are in that development? How many people in that development?
Maybe, I think we have maybe about 50 units.
If there's 50 units, that doesn't make sense to me. I mean, how could they ever afford? They would pay 50, and they're saying 1,500. That's 75,000 plus 17% to 50 owners. That doesn't even make sense. There isn't 17% for 15 owners.
Yeah. No, it's very.
But that acre's not hers. There's 50 people on it. I mean, I don't even understand any of it. Jenna, I have never heard of someone in a townhome getting an offer for mineral rights.
And it was so unusual. I asked them what other individuals in that area, because they're apartments, and there are houses in that on that land as well. And he said the houses and the apartments own about 0.02, and that it had to do with the way that the land was divided when.
But how would you? Did it say 17% to the development or to you?
It says.
Okay, how many pages did you say it was?
It's right now it's down to 5 pages.
Can you get those to us?
I sure can. Yeah.
Let's do that. Do you have it in digital form?
I sure do.
Good. Daphne will give you an email address, and then we're going to call you back. I'll tell you why. I've purchased royalties before from operating groups. They go in, operators go in, and here's how it works. An operator will go in and pay for the well and the exploration, and then they are the operators. And then they have a group of royalty owners. And the royalty owners are sometimes... they're not operators. You can buy on the operation side if you want, but then you have a risk of losing money. But if you buy on the royalty side, you either make no money or you make a royalty. And then, but I've never heard of a 17% royalty to one person in a townhome development. It just sounds too weird to me. And I think you might be reading something wrong. But get it to us. Daphne, give her the address to do that. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Listen, we are here to help you solve your problems, answer your questions, and take your complaints. Now, you can call us at 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255, and you can get right through. If you have a problem, question, complaint, or you think you suspect something's going on, you don't understand, or you want to just unload, you can do that. Now, Frank Duran, the real estate man, is someone you would call if you want a free market evaluation of your home. Free. And not only that, but if you're looking to buy or sell, and there's no obligation, by the way, for the market valuation. If you're looking to buy or sell, you can't find anyone who will work harder. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. I know from personal experience. 303-920-1622. Oh, I didn't.
Tom, you still got 2 minutes left.
I'm sorry. I thought I took the 15 already. I didn't even realize. I thought I was overtime. I'm sorry, Ants. Here I am. That's sorry.
Got me hella confused back here.
Ants is thinking, hold on, what the hell's going on here with Tom? He's going nuts. All right, let's talk about some other problems, questions, and complaints. First of all, there is something that came up. Somebody bought a car, and they said it wasn't in a flood, but somebody drove through high water. So it couldn't have been that much trouble because it was only exposed for a few minutes. But what they failed to see is there are some computers or computer modules at the floor level. So if you have anything that comes up to the bottom of the car, and you're driving through it, it can be a problem. Another thing that's a problem is hydrolocking. Now, that would be a lot of water flushing in, and it gets into the intake, and it's called hydrolocking, where water gets in the engine. And even if it's cleaned out, it does a lot of wear. So even if you think a car hasn't been flooded, even if it's driven through high water, it can give you a problem. Now, another thing that has come up, somebody wrote to me about early lease terminations on automobiles. And they say, when I'm getting an offer, I can get 0% if I turn in my lease car and get another car. But I want to say something, and this is probably universal. When it comes to a car lease, you will never, ever, ever, ever come out ahead, ever, when you get out of a lease early, ever. You end up paying one way or another. I promise you, you will pay one way or another. So if you have payments left, those payments must be made up. There is not an early payoff where you can just pay it off. They'll simply add up the payments, and that's what you pay. It's going to be worked into your new deal no matter how you look at it. So when you get these offers to take away your lease or to trade in your leased car, it's probably the worst thing you can do. And speaking of that, when you do lease a car, I recommend you never trade a car in. If you're going to lease a car, it's a term in the industry called an evaporating trade. They can make that trade disappear, but make it look like you got money for it in the contract. I swear, it is so complicated, you will think you got money for your trade, when in actuality what happened is they took it from you free. So always, with a lease, don't go into a lease unless you're going to remain in that lease for the whole term. There is no way out that is satisfactory. So if you do 3 years, you better do 3 years. If you do 4 years, you better do 4 years. You have to be able to live to the terms of the lease. The next thing is you need to be able to live within the mileage. If they artificially give you a low payment, it could be because they kept your mileage really, really low. And by keeping your mileage low, it gives you an artificially low payment because you're getting a higher residual. But at the end, you get penalized for high miles. Unless you're going to buy that car at the end, you need to truly only buy a lease where you can live with the miles and live with the term and not trade in a car. Okay, we have more coming right up.
Clear. All right, you just got the Joe Lazare, the 15.
Hey, kill our mic for a second.
KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by ZQL Pure Z's.
From the Betfred Sports Traffic Center, got lots of troubles in the drive across town. Crews are still working on that wreck on the north end on southbound I-25 past 84th. The 2 left lanes remain blocked. Solid backups to the 112th bridge, so watch out for that. Also got a crash southbound Highway 85 at 112th. Only the shoulder is getting by that crash. Lots of debris there. Best to avoid that area. And in the Castle Rock Drive, southbound Highway 85 at Happy Canyon. It's like a semi-trailer tried to cross the railroad tracks and collided with the train. A big mess there. The weather forecast. Well, it's going to be partly sunny today, breezy with a high of 46. Right now, fog and 33. With your impact traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner, 630 K-How.
All right, Tom, here you go. The 15-second Joe Lazera, 10 seconds.
Haven't slept. Vic ZzzQuil Pure Z's is a drug-free blend of botanicals with an optimal dose of melatonin that helps you fall asleep naturally and wake with no next-day grogginess. ZzzQuil Pure Z's. Naturally superior sleep.
Frank Duran.
Joe Lazera, 15.
Let's talk about Joe Lazera first. Joe Lazera is a criminal defense attorney that I hope you never need, but if you do, I've done the shopping for you. You can depend on him. LazeraLegal.com, 303-429-6200.
Hey, it's Rob, and our new old home was in desperate need of new kitchen countertops, so I got in touch with Granite Direct, where you can get granite, marble, or our choice quartz with no middleman markup and some of the fastest install times in town. And if you tell Granite Direct you heard about them from me, they'll give you a free stainless steel sink to go with your new countertops. You can get a quote by phone, email, or in person, so give them a call, 303-282-8317, or online at coloradogranite.com.
You know, dozens of HVAC companies are always advertising, but there's only one that I've used and want you to use too. Coyote HVAC is veteran and family owned, and I've trusted them in my home for my heating and cooling. They're honest and genuinely passionate about their work and giving you a tailor-made solution to your HVAC needs. Coyote HVAC has affordable, high-quality options for every problem with your heating and air. I trust them in my home, and you should too. Call Coyote HVAC and tell them Michael Brown sent you. 720-833-1598. 720-833-1598. Or online, coyotehvac.com.
What if a cyber thief was filing a quick claim deed on your home right now? Rudy Giuliani here, and if you own a home or property, look out for home title theft. One of the fastest growing crimes in America. The legal title to all our homes are online now. All cyber thieves have to do is forge your signature on a quitclaim deed stating you sold your home. Then they can take out loan after loan on your home and leave you in debt. You won't know until late payment or eviction when notices show up.
I wonder if they pay extra to get it louder.
That's why I protect my home with Home Title Lock. Home Title Lock.
It does seem like the initial ads seem to
the instant they detect tampering, they shut it down.
This guy's birthday is right next to mine.
Can you get the commercials off of YouTube?
They use code 33 days of protection.
Where? Who said that?
Tool Slayer.
Fuck you.
Home Title Lock. Next code.
Hey, here's MH is asking, is Mark wearing pants?
I'm pulling a tubing.
But there is a best time, and that's when you're building a home or remodeling a home.
I can't believe what he did.
And that's what my
I thought he was just like not dressed.
Fucking guys whacking off during a Zoom meeting. Yeah, how come CNN ain't running this story everywhere?
Because they say that it happens all the time.
Oh, it happens.
CNN.
Yeah, people are pulling their pud during Zoom meetings all the time.
The people that are backing them up said that.
CNN also does not have one whisper of the Biden of the laptop. Right. Not one whisper. Not
they
one.
Say it's
not one. And now you have Biden's ex-partner.
They're not going to be able to
but that isn't totally
do that
corroborated.
They're not going to be able to do that soon, though.
Why?
Because he'll bring it up on the debate tonight. No one's going to be able to just glance over it when it's on every radio and television station tonight. How do they possibly glance over that?
Oh,
okay. How much you want to bet, bro? You want fucking money on it, bro?
He might bring it up, but $200.
$200.
The moderator won't bring it up.
$200. It'll be on CNN. $200. The story will be on CNN tomorrow. They will be talking about it on CNN. $200. That's where it is. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh.
Tomorrow, you mean tomorrow what? Is Tubin the CNN or is he the Fox News?
The only time I ever saw that guy is CNN during elections.
Right.
He's one of the pundits.
No,
he's a
pundit. But he's hired by the New Yorker.
Come on, there's got to be something there.
He's a tugger.
He's a tugger.
No, he's hired by the New Yorker. No, he goes on whenever they need a legal opinion. I've seen him on lots of
I don't watch that shit like you do.
No, I've never seen him.
I rather watch fucking Looney Tunes. I get more out of that. Like when Bugs Bunny thinks he's in the bathtub, but he's getting cooked by Elmer Fudd.
And the carrot.
Albert Fudd's putting the carrots and celery in.
And he's eating the carrot. Tubin.
Back on in 30
The new verb.
Tubin.
Hey, in fact, let's look at that up, see if Tubin's in the...
It is a good one. In Wikipedia?
Yeah.
It won't be in there yet.
I don't...
Or the Urban Dictionary.
That's it.
You think Tubin it will be on there?
Yeah, I think so.
Is
It's
it
gonna
T-O-O? Is it T-O-O?
T-O-O-B-I-N, isn't it?
Now is the time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association.
It is.
Talk station.
It's already in there?
Is it really?
Hey, have they published the video?
Oh my goodness.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. I think an email was sent to me with that gas and oil lease. So, I wonder if this is just a plain old scam, or is it truly something?
Tom, I called a different number when I Googled Great Western Operating Company. Both phone numbers come up, but I called the other number, and she is looking to see if the number on this piece of paper is actually part of their company. So she's going to be calling me back.
Okay.
But I'm suspicious that $1,500 could be, hey, here we're going to send you a check, and then they're going to ask for a percentage back. The same old scam we're used to.
Okay,
and
here's the package order of payment. It says on approval of this agreement, associated herewith on approval of blah blah. Great Western Operating Company LLC. We ought to call Great Western and ask them how they do it. We'll make a payment, and I'm not saying this is a scam, as indicated herein by check, within 45 days of receipt. No default shall be declared for failure to make payment until 15 days after receipt, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it says, in the event research reveals that the payee owns less than the full and undivided 100% interest in the property. Well, you do. It's going to show that you owe less, and I mean, that's it right there. It's saying, because here's what it says. Well, no, it doesn't. Where it says payment, listen to this. Because here's the part that makes me nervous. It says, in the event research reveals that the payee, or in other words, Jenna, in the event we find out, Jenna, that you own less than the full and undivided 100% interest in the property covered by the agreement, it is understood and agreed that the amount referenced below will be proportionately reduced according to the percentage you own. So it's going to pay to so-and-so the amount of $1,500, and then they give an address. But the address says a unit number, and the unit number is P2. So that's her condo. So it's talking about only her condo. So if she owns 100% of her condo, it's not saying 100% of the project. I cannot believe that Jenna would be getting paid for the mineral rights of the entire condo, of the building. Jenna, it makes no sense to me, but that's what it says.
She said everybody else is getting that same exact contract, though.
Now, Jenna, have other people gotten this too?
Yeah, so it's over next door neighbor, and there's a councilwoman.
Well, I wonder how. But if they paid $1,500 to everybody in the building, or on
Tom,
that
line one might have some insight into this.
And then it says it describes this area, and it says the payment is for an oil and gas lease, which covers the property described below. So it's described below, and the property described below is her condo.
I think if everybody does not agree, that's their out.
It's containing 1 acre or less. I don't know, man. It's $1,500 per mineral acre. I don't know how they would assign her with a mineral with an acre of that. Andy, what is your comment on? You're calling in on this. What do you have to say about it?
Yeah, so Great Western is who I leased my rights to in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
And, you get about 15 different companies that just blanket whole communities with this stuff, not knowing if you actually own the mineral rights. Our neighborhood and a bunch of neighborhoods around me up in Thornton dealt with Matt Sora, who's a oil and gas lawyer on the property owner side, and he was able to negotiate better terms because we actually, in my neighborhood, we actually owned our mineral rights. Better terms, struck out some of the clauses in the contract that weren't beneficial to the homeowner, and increased the lease. So I've since, even though I've leased them for a year, I've since gotten, probably 7 or 8 different companies that just ask me the same thing. They want to buy the mineral rights. But from my understanding in the meetings we went to with Matt Sora is that, they don't know. They don't know if you have the rights or not. They just blanket
they write it because it's written. It's written as if you do own it, this is what you'll get.
Right.
But why would? Here's what I don't understand.
If you do or not.
So if they write to every owner, but here's what they're saying. They're not saying the rights of the mineral lease. They're saying what they're actually saying. Listen carefully. This payment is for an oil and gas lease, which covers the property. It's their oil and gas lease. Okay. And it says here, which covers the property below. So once they get her to sign this, and it covers the property of her condo, I get it. Hold on. They can say to her, okay, we found out that on this acre of land there is oil, but you don't get $1,500 because there's 100 of you. So you're going to get $15 because it says the payment will be made to the person below providing they owe 100% of the subject property. And the subject property is Township 1, and then they give the whole legal.
If there's one holdout, what happens, though? One guy that doesn't want to sign that, what happens? Does that null it? Is it done?
I don't know. That's what's weird. Did you say there was a gas and oil attorney? What's his name? Andy, are you still there?
You can probably Google his name.
Matt?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you not hear me?
Did you say Matt what?
Hello?
Yes, I'm here, man.
Yeah,
Matt what?
Sora, S-U-R-A.
Okay. S-U-R-A. Let's try to give him a call or somebody.
He's helped all the neighborhoods
He's in
around
Longmont,
me,
right? He's in Longmont.
I believe so. I'm in Thornton. Like I said.
Daphne, Matthew Sora is in Longmont, Colorado. I'd love to just ask him in general, how can they send something like this, though, that is written to one person who owns a townhome, and it says that this payment of $1,500 covers this property, but it only names her condo. Why would they just name her condo? That's the part I don't understand. And here's where it says. It says that in the event research reveals the payee owns less than the full and undivided 100% interest in the property covered by this agreement. And the property covered by this agreement is only the condo. So it seems like she will get $1,500 by owning that condo. We should ask Great Western. And you know what we tell Great Western? We're trying to help them out. We're trying to get these people to understand what the hell. We got a number for Great Western right here.
I already have a message into them. I called and
Good.
she's
then
looking into it. She'll call back.
Good. And then let's also call Matt Soro and Sora. That attorney, Matthew Sura, S-U-R-A. All right, that's a good one. Now, James says the HOA kept his money. Let's talk about that coming back.
Clear. Rocky Mountain.
Hey, Doc, that's you. That was James. Did you do that way?
Yeah. So I asked them a few questions like, how much was the roof going to be? How much money did they keep? They might be able to do small claims for it. Yeah, I got all the information, but they wouldn't call me back. I left 2 messages. Is that
sponsored by
Yeah.
From the Betfred Sports Traffic Center, travel
That's
around
right,
town. Well,
hey,
still
Tom,
delays on
you want to,
metro area due to that
there's an
crash
acre of property, right? And she has a condo. It's not a freestanding condo where
and the on-ramp from the
only building on that acre.
Partially blocked
Right?
as well. Just watch out for delays.
So what's your condo development that's on 1 acre? And there's a bunch of condos on it.
By that wreck, big delays, another area to avoid if you possibly can. the weather forecast.
I know that, but it only names for condo and disagreement.
I know, that's just so
1,500.
Areas of fog and mist, and we're sitting at 33. With your impact,
I would think it's 1,500 for an acre of land, and she's going to do that one.
You have to be up in
10 seconds to rock about retro long. Here we go.
Vicks ZQuil Pure Z's is a drug-free blend of botanicals with an optimal dose of melatonin that helps you fall asleep naturally and wake with no next-day grogginess. ZQuil Pure Z's, naturally superior sleep.
Rocky Mountain Retro Foam. That is a business that can start saving you money from day one. Well, really, day 2 or 3, because it takes 2 or 3 days to get done. Sometimes just 1 day, depending on the size of your house. It's an injection foam that fills every nook and cranny of your wall cavities from outside the house. So they're insulating your home. So if your home's 10, 15, 20 years old, the older the better, you're going to get more benefit. You need to check it out. The website is foamyourwalls.com. Foamyourwalls.com. 720-676-6333. That's foamyourwalls.com. What you will see is a demonstration of this stuff going into a wall cavity where it pushes out the old insulation and again fills every nook and cranny. It wraps wires and pipes if you have any in there, and it keeps your house snug as a bug. In fact, you will save up to 50% on energy bills. That's an incredible savings for just doing this. Plus, it makes your house more soundproof as well. 720-676-6333 for a free estimate.
Yeah, can I didn't even think of it until you just said it.
Comfort and privacy of your own home. And now, you can request a critical house call with the touch of a button. Yep, it's that easy.
You guys are doing words with friends, I bet.
Yeah. No, I don't want to talk about it.
Anytime she beats Doc, it's me playing.
So it's 2 against 1, is that the deal?
No, and I usually tie my left brain behind my back.
You guys probably look up words before you put them in there.
No. No, but I'll try different
Me too.
combination letters.
I admit I do that also.
I hate it when people look up words. What's the point of playing?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's part of the rules for that, though.
What?
Then you're just doing it more strategically. Where can the words go? I mean, it's not like Scrabble. It's completely different philosophy.
Not to me, it's not. You just play
If you go one of those apps that tells you what the words are.
Well, I'm not talking about that.
It's cheating. I mean,
That's outright cheating.
Right. No, I agree with you. That's the one thing I do. I'll put in combinations
It's kind of like
to see if it's a word.
we play racquetball.
But that would be
I'm
great
actually
to know.
doing mathematical calculations in my head.
It's like chess with you. You have to be able
Boy,
to find
I got
the
you
word.
good on that one, though.
The other good rule would be a timer.
Goldman Sachs to pay $2.9
They
billion.
don't have a certain amount of time.
Right. I think they want this to be pretty loose and get it.
1 MDB roads.
But I think
I don't even know what the hell that
if
is.
you were playing Scrabble.
So Tubin made the Urban Dictionary.
It's crazy. That quick, too.
But
You been tubing?
Only because you would feed everybody all the time.
Probably.
Start saving some serious money. Call American Financing.
When they do it, you can put it in and put your.
I missed one question on my SATs.
I can't
What
believe
you say,
I
yes, and then you gotta put, like, it says, I was in a Zoom call with the people in my office, and I went to go over a corner, and my boss was doing the tubing.
I still would love to know. He's in the executive.
Tomas, the next one kick the real.
He's an executive.
I would blow the bingo cards out, Joe. I can't hear you. I drink it while watching.
He's in the executive. Oh, there he is.
Something when the wrestlers don't
Oh,
have
where's
insurance.
that?
Will you
Oh,
tell him that I
yeah,
have Matt Sora on, and then I sent him the email, so he's looking at it now.
A cut for the big guy.
A redness, but haven't talked to your doctor yet?
A cut for the big guy.
Well, that's Foxville, right?
Tommy, did you watch Hell on Wheels? We started that series. It's about the railroad system.
Is it cool?
It was a couple
Did you hear Ross talk about the letter?
But we like
You read
it.
the whole letter on
Man,
it?
I've had so many cool
Well, yeah, it says that's what they called, Joe was, Hunter always called him the big guy.
Dan, did you watch a current affair? Or?
That's what I want you to start calling me, the big guy.
I'm watching Colony right now.
No, it's not on Netflix. It's on. It's on.
I've watched the 100.
Did you watch Yellowstone?
What's Colony?
Colony series.
It's about an occupation. Hey, do you want me to order a pizza? You can scrape it.
Hey, did you watch Atypical?
You can even go to her
No.
shop
Oh,
and save yourself
you gotta watch that.
What kind of pizza you order? Whatever
I
you
told him
want.
about it. I will hook him.
It's not even what brand.
Anthony.
Atypical.
I'm looking at it. Have you ever had that Godfathers down the street? We see that every time we pass
I don't
by.
try. Anthony's comes here at no time.
We used to eat Godfathers in Oklahoma all the time.
Atypical.
That's that guy from the ring for president.
Oh, I think we started this. Mark might have watched
It
it.
is so good.
Hi, Tom Martino here,
303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. What have you been binging during the pandemic or when you're spending more time at home? Let me know. Also, I know Daphne says she has an expert on Sonos, but let me just say something. Sonos is a whole house sound system where the speakers run on Wi-Fi and they talk to each other and they talk to the Wi-Fi system. And they suck. I have never had more trouble with a system in all of my life. I have had it for years. That's the thing. And I keep adding to it thinking, oh, if I get the boost, it'll work better. I bought things, you know, I had pre-wired speakers in my ceiling, and they all deadheaded to this little closet where I hooked up a Sonos amp. Now, I've had it working once where all the speakers work. The next day I come in to the house and turn on my Wi-Fi and it says can't find the system. It just can't find it anywhere. I swear to God, seriously, Mark, I have never been more frustrated in my entire life with anything. That's because I'm following directions to the T. But what really got me is I was on support for 2 hours with them. 2 hours going through all the troubleshooting. And finally, he had me reboot the router. And I said, I don't think that'll do anything. Well, I rebooted it. The entire system disappeared after he was helping me re-add it. And he said, oh, no, and hung up.
I find it absurd you would even need an expert for something you buy for your house.
Isn't that weird? I know. So I called up and I said, I need to talk to the guy I was just on the phone with. You say you record your conversations. Well, you're going to hear him say, oh, no, and hang up. I said, that's a 2-hour phone call. I said, where the hell? And she goes, I'm sorry, sir. What is the issue? And I'm thinking, oh, my God, I got to start over. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to unload. But, Daphne, I'm gonna really buy you a present if this expert truly knows what the hell he's talking about. Because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything wrong, so I can't figure out. I just think it's a defective system. I don't think they're made to work in today's environment with Wi-Fi. I just don't think it works.
We've never had a problem.
Oh, shut up. How many speakers do you have?
It's, oh my gosh, it's hooked up in the garage, in the basement, outside.
You're talking
inside.
Sonos.
Yes, Sonos. Yeah, same one.
And do you have a boost? It's called a boost? Never mind, forget it.
Yeah, Rick would know that. I don't know that.
I
hear
want to
blah,
talk
blah,
to
blah.
the so-called expert. Anyway, Deputy Doc, do you have something?
Oh, no, I was going to...
You're going to talk about which one?
James. But you can...
James.
Yeah, Tom, if we could go to Jenna really quick, though, because the guy is showing up to sign the paper.
Oh, we got Matt Sura on. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Let's take Jenna and Matt. Matt Sura is an attorney at law, and he was recommended by a caller who said he knows all about gas and oil leases. And Matt Sura, thank you for being here. Jenna got a letter she sent to us. And what puzzles us about the letter is that when you're in a townhome, you're with a group of people, right? So I figure, what the heck? She's with a group of people. How could they possibly offer her something like this? Because it says very clearly that it says if research shows that you do not own or you own less than a full and undivided 100%, then a payment will be reduced proportionately. But the property they name is not the acre, it's the condo, because they go down as far as to say unit P2, which is her unit. And then down there, and then in the payment part it says, this payment is for an oil and gas lease on the property described below. And again, it names her specific unit. How the heck can an oil company, are they sending this to each and every resident? How do they work like that, Matt?
Me on.
Yeah, you're up.
That's exactly how. Thanks so much for having me on, Tom.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly how they work. They are going to have to obtain a lease or attempt to obtain a lease with every mineral owner in their unit, in the oil and gas unit that they're trying to develop. And if that is a condo owner that owns only a portion of an acre or is jointly owning that acreage with other condominium owners, they're going to have to try to get a lease from each and every owner.
Okay, does each and every owner then, according to this, get $1,500?
If that is the bonus payment that they're offering, yeah, and sometimes they do a flat bonus payment, which would be for anybody that signs a lease gets a flat bonus, or it is $1,500 an acre, which is more likely the case in these days.
So if it's $1,500 an acre and she owns a condo, does it divide up?
Oh yeah, they would be looking at probably something like $40.
Okay. All right.
To
Listen,
Daphne,
see if we can call back Mr. Sora if we can. I'd love to finish this up because this is what I don't understand. It seems to be written a little ambiguously. So we'll go to him, and then James, hang on the line about your HOA.
The of manufacturing is
most hot tub dealers have to wait 4 to 6 months for delivery. Not at Clearwater Spas. They have hundreds of hot tubs in stock.
Why anybody would buy from a fucking hot tub place like that is crazy.
Another dealer and tired of waiting. Talk to Clearwater
Costco,
Spas
Sam's.
about the deposit forgiveness program. You might be able to deduct the amount from one of their hot tubs and get it delivered in days. Look for the tent on Stinton Road south of I-25 and Garden of the Gods.
I knew this one guy. Listen to this. He buys one of these fucking portable blow-up hot tubs. Fucking crazy motherfucker.
Well, I did.
Oh, you did?
It was $200.
Fucking goddamn
That's like Mark with the dollar steak. It was $1.
It's a child swimming pool.
You can even schedule your don't got a heater and stuff in there. You can use it as a child swimming pool.
Here's a problem. I guarantee you can only run the heat or the jets.
Right. Yeah.
So what do you do if you're outside for 20 hours? 30 hours.
Alright, Mason. Give me a reminder of dash cam. You should never forget.
Alright, I'll look it up right now.
What are you looking for, bro? I want to get the dash cam that he did research on. I think everybody should have a dash cam.
ABC News, I'm Trevor Rolt. Amy Coney Barrett could be confirmed to the U.S. Supreme Court.
Just don't be tubing.
She'll be on the court Monday.
Well, I can't in the car. It'll be kind of tough.
Because committee Democrats led by
Oh no, you can jerk off while driving.
Yeah, but
what are you, amateur?
I guess so. Well, you know what? I usually
Democrats upset because it's so close to the presidential election.
Rove.
Second and
R2 4K.
R2 4K.
Let me just make sure.
Millions of Americans
Rove
impacted
R2
ROVE
4K. Yep.
Okay. Rove R2 4K. Okay.
Yep. And if you search, it'll pop right up.
Okay. Thanks.
It's rough, Dan. I've got real problems with this man.
With who?
In charge of third-degree murder against Minneapolis police officer
Maybe you know that
pressed his knee against George Floyd's
he plays to win.
And then he's like, it's just a game.
You know what? I've never lost a game of Scrabble to Suzanne. Actually, you guys should have done that Scrabble. You guys were a big Scrabble tournament. Is that true or not? I've never lost a game to you.
It's true.
In all these years. Well, we only played one game.
You guys have played way more than one.
No, not Scrabble.
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 When we were here last time.
We have played probably 1,000 times.
Yeah, I had him beat up until like the last 5 weeks. No, he brought a little portable Scrabble here one day when you weren't here.
Well, you know what?
Scrabble.
The one thing that Bill Cosby did that I thought was funny.
Tom's a Scrabble genius.
No, I never said that.
Doc is a Scrabble genius.
Well, you know what Bill Cosby did that was really funny? When he was at Temple.
Drugged and raped the women.
No, this is actually really funny. When he was at Temple, he was on the track team, and he was on the pole vault. And in pole vault, you can pass, and then you can wait. So he passed until the guy set a new record, and then he tried it, and so his only thing was, well, I missed at 18.4. And of course, you assume that he made it all the way up until 18.4.
Oh, I got you.
So it was really pretty funny.
I missed the record jump.
Right. That's it. So you would assume that he did everything up until then.
Right. But no, he is a drug dealer. There's no question.
Oh my God, he hit so many women. It was crazy. Remember, it wasn't just one. Like every woman you pretty much ever met. What did he do? He would give them the knockout pills. They wouldn't even remember what happened.
Is that sick?
The full-blown roofies, yeah.
Six to catch you.
Where do you even buy roofies? It's like, I've never heard, like you go to a drug dealer and go,
store.
hey, I need some weed, mushrooms, you got some roofies?
You get it in Mexico.
The big one's
I
ketamine.
bet you get it in Mexico.
I bet ketamine is a roofie, actually. I think it knocks, I
What's
think,
that? Ketamine?
isn't that the one where you actually know what's going on but you can't move?
Ketamine is a very, very high-powered narcotic that they use on animals.
They use it on animals right before they put them to sleep.
Well, no, when they want to, like vets will do it when they want to operate or do something on them.
Not only that, before they give them the death shot, they put that in them.
Yeah, because it knocks them out totally. Yeah, ketamine is very powerful stuff. Ketamine and fentanyl are...
We had a vet next to one of my computer stores, and they would rob them purely for the ketamine.
Right. Vitamin K, they call it.
What does it do? No, what's a special K?
Special K. But I can tell you, I never wrote a prescription for fentanyl or ketamine in my entire career.
Yeah, I mean, why would you though? You're not a surgeon.
So I mean, I did a lot of surgeries.
Oh yeah, but you can't jack up a pregnant woman on ketamine, can you?
What about hysterectomies and ovarian tumors and... I mean, we did a lot of surgery.
Of course.
So when did Bill Cosby do that?
Pimple popper MD over here.
When he was at Temple, whenever he was in college.
Temple. Talk about, I think I'd rather go to Arapahoe Junior College in Temple.
So was he a good pool walker?
I don't know. He just told that story.
Oh, he told the story.
Yeah.
So he maybe was just kidding.
No, I think it was for real.
I wouldn't say
it's like, Dad, it's like when I used to go on dates, I would have my answering service call me. And then if the date was going well, I'd say, just tell her I'll call in the morning. If the date was going bad, I gotta go. I gotta go deliver a baby.
Good one.
And no woman ever got upset with that.
The scariest thing about these fires, man, is
That we live in the woods.
your value is so fucked. Your insurance does not cover you. The value.
Well, there's about it. So would you even want to rebuild in a place with all the trees?
You mean burned down? We were up at Mikey's last weekend and we drove back through the Hayman fire burn. That was how long ago? It still looks like it happened last weekend.
Really?
Oh, it's just a charred bullshit.
Really?
Really?
I thought stuff...
Oh, it looks so bad, I was thinking.
Guys, if this mesh is slow, I reinstalled the 2.4 and the 5 megahertz, the TSN home. You can go back to those if you want. Your phone will remember this.
Oh, I'm fine.
Okay. I just wanted to know if it was slow. Because I started putting it.
That was 2002.
It looks so bad, man.
Really?
We were just there Saturday.
How far away from Mikey is it?
Hayman right across the road, man. Where he lives, the fire never jumped whatever highway that is. But it was right there.
So Black Forest fire is going to be bad too then. That just happened 7 years ago.
Oh yeah. Wherever it burns the trees down, man. I mean, you're talking, it's empty land forever.
Poor forest management. It is.
The Troubleshooter.
Help me if you
713-8255. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere in the universe, where we are solving problems, answering questions, and taking complaints. Jenna called in. She owns a condo, or excuse me, a townhome. And what's weird about this is the townhome sits on an acre with a bunch of other townhomes. she gets a letter, and the letter appears to say she's going to get $1,500. I mean, I'm looking at it. It says, on approval of agreement, you're going to get a payment, basically, indicated. Okay? And it says here, it says, if research reveals the payee owns less than the full and undivided interest in the property covered by the agreement, then the payment shall be reduced proportionately. But the property in the agreement, according to this agreement, is a township and range constituting an acre, but then they drill it down to building P, unit 2P, which is unit 2 in building P. And it sounds ambiguous to me, because it sounds like there's an acre of land and you're going to get $1,500 because you own all of your condo on that acre. But it could also be construed as it applies to 100% of that condo, and your proportional payment will only be paid to you if you own 100% of that condo, but your proportional is going to be $1,500 per net mineral acre, which means if you had 1,500 people on that acre, they'd each get $1. Now, am I reading that correctly? Because it seems, like I said, it seems a little tricky. You think you're going to get $1,500, and you end up getting a few bucks. So I'm going to talk to Matt Sura. Now, Matt, we found through a recommendation of a caller. He's in Longmont. And Matt, is your primary law that of mineral and gas?
That's correct. Yeah, I work for local governments, mineral owners and property owners, everybody but the oil and gas industry, but I am an oil and gas attorney.
Good. So this letter you saw, she'll only get a portion of that $1,500.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many units are in that acre, but that would be my reading of it, is that she's not going to get the full $1,500. However, she could ask for them to adjust this order for payment and say, you need to make it very explicit that I'm going to get $1,500 regardless of how much I own of that acre.
What happens if there's a holdout, man? Let's say it's a 10-unit complex and guy number 10 wants nothing to do with that. I mean, they can't do anything with it then, right?
Is the whole thing null and void if they don't get 100% cooperation?
Typically not. They typically subdivide those condominiums, and they would each would own a portion of that acre. If, the whole condominium association was in an acre, and they would have some people that would be then forced pooled, and others would be leased. Forced pooling is a form of condemnation that allows them to continue oil and gas development regardless of whether or not they get everybody to sign a lease.
Do they get paid in a forced pool?
Yeah, they get paid less. They get paid 16%. Looks like they're proposing something not much more than that in this lease.
So hold on. In a forced pool, so even if you don't agree, the company could go for a forced pooling, but they don't always do that.
Yeah, so the way that a forced pool works is that in the situation where there was going to be 160 acres, say, that was going to be developed, if you've got one or two holdouts, the government doesn't want that to prohibit oil and gas development, so it really allows for kind of a condemnation of those holdouts, and they get a statutory limit of 16% until the well has paid for itself, and then they get 100% of their proportionate ownership of that oil and gas development. So, and they're only offering 17% in this royalty. My first question would be, I want a full $1,500 to sign this lease, to take the time out of her day, to sign this lease, and I'd like a 20% royalty interest, which is the going rate in the state of Colorado.
And is it possible they would pay an individual property owner $1,500?
In today's market, Tom, probably not.
Right.
They were about 2 or 3 years ago when the market was a little hotter and the price of oil was higher. Right now, I think that $1,500 an acre is likely the going rate for leases, and so they're not going to pay, say, 50 or even 10 condominium owners, $1,500 each.
Okay.
$15,000.
And what happens if people get letters like this? Do they get together as a group and call you, or do they do it individually? How have you helped people before like this?
Yeah, working together is probably the best way to go forward. I've been to a lot of HOA or condominium association meetings, and they jointly negotiate and are able to get a better royalty rate, typically at least 20%, and a better bonus payment, and hopefully at least a minimum of a few $100s each, so it's worth their time to sign the lease in the first place.
Okay, so Jenna, do you have any questions?
And this gentleman who's coming over to sign the contract with me today. Now, he makes it sound that the $1,500 is kind of a definitive check that's coming in the mail in the next week or two.
To you,
in my name. Yes.
Yeah, I doubt that.
Very,
I
very
strongly doubt that, Jenna, because that would be $75,000 they're paying for that lease if they pay everyone $1,500. Now, it is possible if someone's a holdout, they could goose a little more money. I don't think there's a law, Matt, that says they have to pay everyone the same bonus, right?
Oh gosh, no, not at all. In fact, you can negotiate every one of the provisions in this order for payment and the lease that they sent you.
Okay, so Jenna,
as I'm about to meet.
Here's the deal, Jenna. Don't think you're going to get that $1,500. I mean, is that what this guy is telling you?
Very, very objectively telling me that. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Tell him you'll sign it when he writes you the check.
Hey, Jenna, do you have this guy's contact information?
I do.
He's with Great Western?
Cell phone.
Is he with Great Western, or is he just a landman who's working privately and he's trying to help them on commission or something? Do you know?
I think he's contracted out to call individuals to explain what the contract is.
So, Matt, usually, do they work for the oil company, the operator, or are they landmen just working on their own?
It can be either.
Okay.
And if it's Chris Tucker, I think that he does work directly for Great Western.
Did you say it was a guy named Chris, Jenna?
No. Yes. Yep. Actually, it was Chris. Yeah. I thought it was Craig, but it's Chris.
We ought to call Chris and ask him, is Jenna mistaken? She's under the impression she's going to get $1,500 directly. Matt, by the way, I have so many questions for you. We ought to schedule you sometime because this is a very interesting topic. And a lot of the states inherit gas and oil mineral rights, or, I should say a royalty stream, and they don't know what to do with it. Can you help estates that inherit gas and oil mineral royalties?
Absolutely, and sometimes that needs to be clarified. The title needs to be firmed up, to the person who received that estate. And yeah, there's all of this can be negotiated. And right now, there's a lot of folks in the position of your caller that are receiving these, offers for checks or lease offers. And they didn't even know that they owned mineral rights.
So, Matt, quite by mistake over the years, I've acquired about 300,000 acres of different stuff. And there's not a day that goes by I don't get a call, or a letter. And even in these bad oil days right now, and here's my problem, and this is a problem that if people have, they need to call you probably. How do you establish your basis if you bought giant clumps and giant parcels? How do you can't, because you don't know when a company comes and says, we'd like to buy this section over here at so much an acre. You have no idea if you did that throughout your whole property, if you'd break even. In other words, it's almost impossible to establish a basis on each mineral acre. So there has to be what is called a going rate. And that's what you probably would be hip to as an attorney. So if people are being offered money for their gas and oil, you would not have a vested interest in trying to lowball them or highball them, right?
Well, that's right. So, this is driven by the market. So if somebody's trying to lease your minerals or they're trying to buy your mineral rights, the best thing you can do is find somebody,
neutral,
or somebody else that can market those minerals and can find the highest bidder, basically.
But someone like an attorney is a neutral party to ask information, like what's the going rate and what's the going percentage and what's this. Okay, so Matt Sura, if anyone is in this position, Matthew Sura is at 720-563-1866. Matt, MATTSURA law.com. Matt Sura, S-U-R-A, MattSuraLaw.com. We got more coming up.
Clear. Full of law, Doug Pros in about 30 seconds.
I'm happy I found him.
Can use Haji in a sentence. H-A-J-I. You played that one.
My Haji really hurts.
Oh, it is?
I believe so.
After a long day of tubing.
H-A-J-I?
I never heard of it.
Either it's a temple or a holy man, one of the two.
I'm just surprised that wouldn't be proper then, because they don't do proper.
Yeah, they do. You can do like Tom, T-O-M, Mark.
But those are non-proper words. In other words, Tom and Mark have meanings other than people's names.
DuctProsColorado.com is the company that can come in and clean your ductwork and get it done the right way. In fact, they will do an average size house for about $290. That's up to 10 vents, just $15 for additional vents. But they do a free antimicrobial fogging for the asking. That's right, you just ask, and Martino listeners get it. DuctProsColorado.com. 303-578-3510. That's DuctProsColorado.com, and the number is 303-578-3510. Now let's talk about personal injury. You can get and you need free legal advice when you get injured. I'm serious, because so many people start calling around. Hey, what do you think? Once you take care of your injuries, you need to talk to an attorney who knows what they're doing. John Fuller is that attorney. You give him a call and he will discuss your case free of charge. If you decide to hire him, and there's no obligation, he works on contingency. He will fight to collect for you, and that's when he gets paid a percentage. So listen to this. It doesn't matter how injured you are. It matters what you do about it and if there is money to collect. That's where John Fuller can help. 303-597-4500, 597-4500, personalinjuryco.com.
A Haji is a Muslim who's been to Mecca as a pilgrim.
Okay.
I looked it up. It says it's a short, gay, fat person.
No, your H-A-J-I is what they're going by, right?
Oh, H-O-D-G-I. Yes, a gay, fat person. Oh, man, look at that Haji.
Wasn't Haji on Saturday morning show? What was that?
By the way, that's a proper name, isn't it? Is that a proper name?
No.
Oh.
What was that Saturday?
Well, then how come it's capitalized in the fucking encyclopedia? Okay, is the word God capitalized or no? No.
Could be both.
Yeah, okay.
Mark could be both.
Mark.
M-A-R-C?
Mark with a C.
No, M-A-R-C is probably not a...
It's not a word.
Probably not a word. Oh, let's see. I have it on here. It says, synonym for M-A-R-C. Fool, moron, idiot.
Actually, it is. It's a valid fucking... My name is a valid Scrabble word.
What is it? What's the definition?
Yeah.
I don't know, but it says, yes, Mark is in the Scrabble dictionary.
M-A-R-C.
M-A-R-C.
What does it mean? Put Mark in the...
Here, it says right here.
Oh, here, listen to this. M-A-R-C. The grapes contained in the wine press and the residue and skin and piss remaining after the juice comes out.
Wait, I was named after a grape.
No, you were named after the leftover parts of a
You are the leftover. Exactly.
I got fucked. My mom would go, it's marked with a C because we didn't want it biblical.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes,
Well, good
because
for you.
it's not biblical.
Good.
I have been so many religions. I have been Methodist. I was born in Catholic, and I was, what's it called when you're born Catholic? Confirmed, not confirmed.
Baptized?
I was baptized Catholic. I was confirmed Methodist.
Wow.
Lutheran at one point, and then
Now he's half Jewish.
Now I'm half Jew.
He's on his mother's bridge club.
I'm half Jew, and then I was Unitarian for a fucking period of time.
If you only did that Jewish for the jokes.
Well, you know,
Hey, there was a rabbi.
I always got.
Those aren't buoys.
I'm half Jewish and half Catholic.
You are? For
Yeah.
real?
Well, my dad was Italian, my mom is Jewish. So when people ask me which half, I always say the bottom half is Jewish.
That was Raquel Welch. Those aren't buoys.
Those aren't buoys. Oh, you know, they're in a raft together, blah, blah.
Literally less than a minute to do a circumcision.
I sat in the room for miles when he had that done at the hospital, and I wished I never did.
Well, you know, I gotta tell you, there's 3 ways
Doc
to
is
do it.
nothing but a,
The fastest way is what's called a mobile plan.
what do you call it?
Yeah.
Glamified, not glamified, a glorified
20 seconds.
mold.
That's what I think they use on models.
Then a little bit.
Remember they do
They
the
cry.
circumcision? Did you ever act as a mole?
A moil. I was a mole for the CIA. I was a
Mole. Damn it.
You know what used to piss me off?
But you couldn't do that because you're not, you have to be religious to be a moil, right?
No. Well, what used to piss me off was I would get $50 for doing a circumcision. The moils, there was a guy, Jay Feder, who owned a jewelry store. Jay did all of he would say the Baruch of the prayers, and he would get like $500.
Yeah, so you did 50, oh wait, so he wouldn't actually do the rum
Yeah,
rum?
he would.
No, he did my boy. He did Bonnie. And it's a whole ceremony.
Whoa, he did the cutting?
Yeah.
He did 500 and you would have done it for 50.
He did Bonnie. Well, he did mine free. But we had a party. It's a big party.
I'm telling you what the insurance company paid me.
I think you're up.
That's the insurance company paid.
You're up.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino. I'm your troubleshooter. 303-713-8255. Welcome to the show. Okay, James. Wait, Lon, real quick. You want to do a shout out to Integra, and it's a good time to say it's open enrollment, a time that you really need to get your insurance in order, your health insurance. And by the way, you do not pay any extra going to the broker. In fact, they do more for you to save you money. So go ahead and tell us what's going on there, sir. What's happening? Lon.
Well, I just went to do an insurance checkup this morning with John and Dave Jones at Integra Insurance Group.
Yep.
And just on my Part D Medicare, they showed me how to save over $700 next year in my Part D Medicare coverage.
That is so cool. That's really good.
They are, you can't find better insurance agents. They are understandable. They spend whatever time necessary to help you figure out what's best for you. I've been with them for 5 years, and I'm 70 years old, and I've never had better insurance agents.
Aren't they great? And for the amount of money these guys make, honest to God, health insurance commissions are the lowest in the entire industry. And thank God we have them. And that's Integra Insurance. And the it's what's the number here? I need to put up that number.
466-5500.
Oh, thank you, Mark. 303-466-5500.
To clarify,
for open enrollment, yeah.
it's open enrollment for Medicare right now. Next week is for health insurance. So any Medicare questions you have, you want to call right now. They were getting blasted with the other, but they can't even look up the prices till next week.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right now, if you have any Medicare stuff, you need to call them now.
Okay, so thank you for letting us know. James, HOA, did you work on this one, Deputy Doc? Hold on, let me turn your mic on.
I did.
Well, okay, James, what was this problem? What's happening?
I bought a house, and we have an HOA, which has gone defunct, but the management company took $3,100 from the seller and said that they're going to get the roof done. This was 2 years ago. My wife has called the insurance agency in Fort Collins, and they said they paid that out 2 years ago. So they collected both money from the seller and the insurance company and haven't done my roof. And when I call them, they won't even answer the phone.
That sucks. What's happening?
I left 2 messages. They haven't called me back. I don't know what else we can do.
Okay, listen, James. This borders on fraud. Now, do you have a townhome? Is that what it is?
I have a townhome, yes.
Did they do? Do you know if they do the roof? Did they do the roofs to the left and right of you?
No, there's 4 other people that need to have the roof replaced, and all they've done is come put tarps over them. They got one guy's down to bare wood, bare plywood.
Did they put anything on yours?
No.
Are you all in the same building?
No, it's separate buildings. They're like duplexes. Like
okay.
12 duplexes.
Now listen, they got paid from insurance, plus they got paid in escrow for the deductible. They need to be doing this. We need you left messages?
Yes,
well,
I did.
how about this now? How about we just give out their frickin' number? Because you know why? You said you had a defunct HOA. You know what, James? That means this is a runaway management company. Do you know what that means? They're operating without any authority. James, you ought to get together and form an HOA and get rid of them. Now, what's the name of this management?
Next month we're having...
What's that?
We're doing that next month. We're forming a new HOA.
Good. And what you do is review their frickin' contract. This is the most dangerous situation you can have, is when residents are lackadaisical and the HOA becomes defunct, but the management company still goes on and on and on because there's no one there to fire them. There's no one there to watch out. You don't know how much are they collecting in dues, how much are they paying themselves, how much are in the coffers. This is an unacceptable situation. What's the name of that company?
It's Axis.
We're gonna let people are gonna let them know we heard about them on radio.
You want the number?
Wait, Axis what?
Axis Property Management.
Yeah, this sucks, man. You don't get to do this.
970.
Okay, 970
301 4490.
4490. People, you tell them you heard about them on the radio. You know what? We do a public service when we do this thing. It's not to harass people. It's not to call them names. It's to say, we heard about you on the radio, and we are very concerned that you took money and did not complete any work, and you're not even operating under the authority of an HOA at this point. Ken, you better make sure you get this HOA together as soon as possible.
James, I'm Ken.
James, I mean, right. And James, this is another important thing. I would like you to call Stan, the HOA man. He's a guy that, he's an activist, and he fights against bad HOAs, but he can help you form a good HOA and get rid of this management company. Do you even know, James, if this management company is overpaying themselves? Are they putting any money in the coffers for you guys? Do you have any idea? Is James there?
No, I guess he hung up. He fell off.
Damn, he better not.
Oh, no, he got disconnected, but he just called back. Here he is.
Well, tell James. Okay, James, about how much do these owners pay in every month?
It's $90 a month per unit.
And how many units in all?
I think 24.
24, and they pay $90.
About $2,200.
Yeah, so they pay about $2,200, a month. Is that right? Or a year? A month. $2,200 a month. So let's do some math here, folks. If you figure $2,200, you know we're looking at over 50 grand. So what are they doing for this? Do they collect? What do they do?
Basically, they just cut the lawn is all they've ever done.
How about snow removal?
No.
Who does snow removal?
That's usually done by the residents.
And who coordinates that?
I do my own snow removal. I shovel it myself.
Okay, so what else do they do? Is there any common area property?
A lot of it around all the different units.
How about trash?
Like I say, they cut the lawn every week.
Who does trash?
The city of Evans.
Wow, these guys. So these guys are just raking it in. Now.
But wait, don't you still, what, the city of Evans does trash for free? I don't understand that.
No, but he's
I
paying for
pay
it.
the city.
You pay it. Holy
You pay
moly.
for your own, right?
Yes.
All right. Listen, man, you got to get this together. Daphne, give him the number of Stan, the HOA man, which is really, what was his HOA forum? It was
Colorado HOA Forum.com.
Right. Okay. And remember, Access Property Management, 970-301-4490. You can tell them they can have the decency to return phone calls to a radio show that is trying to help their own residents, but of course they don't want to be held accountable because they probably took the money. Access Property Management. We would love to hear from you. 970-301-4490.
I just sent you that endorsement one.
Okay.
Run it today.
I already ran the referral list.
How can you run it when you can't put the ad up?
This report is sponsored. What's that?
How can you run the Matt Sports Traffic Center? Let's start off with
It's an endorsement, first of all.
But like say my guy, he can't get his ad up or something.
Who? Well, no one can until that's done. God, if I gotta fucking say it,
I know that,
hang
but I'm
myself.
saying, how do you use
But we'll make up for it. We just set their billing date for whenever it goes up. In other words, whoever you're talking about hasn't been charged yet. This is for an endorsement. In fact,
is that e-directory or is that us?
they're upgrading it.
Okay.
Yes, they're upgrading it. There's no problem with it, but they have to lock it. If we change the information while they're upgrading it, they got to start the fuck over, so they'll never finish. So at one point, you just got to say lock it and get it fucking done.
Mark,
And that's what I did.
Make sure you hit send.
I forwarded it to you. It says O'Brien.
So Tom,
Hey, they said he starts on the 22nd. I heard you doing a spot for him a week ago, though.
K&H Home Solutions. K&H Home Solutions. Let me say that again. You know why? Because they used to be K&H Windows, K&H Home Solutions. I can't believe how wonderful this sale is right now for window siding, doors, and more. They got what you're looking for, but right now for the windows, the beautiful replacement windows and the siding, and I mean the best siding ever. Everlast siding. I mean, it's incredible stuff. It's solid color through and through. It has a lifetime of durability. And then doors, Provia entry doors. You get 35% off and an extra 5% if you just donate 3 food items when they come by for their food drive. That's K&H Home Solutions, 40% off this month for their windows, siding, and doors. You don't have to have it done this month, but you have to call and set your appointment, or you set your appointment yourself at khwindows.com. khwindows.com. This is a company I have used through the years on my home, and they have withstood the test of time, in business more than 60 years. And the current owner I've known since he took over 30 years ago. 303-421-7100, khwindows.com to make your appointment.
Susan's original email said Monday the 19th, this past Monday, so is that when I should rebuild him, on the 19th?
By the way, just so you know, I already did commercials for him.
Well, that's what I'm saying, this week only though, right?
Yeah.
Not last week. Then I just started on the 15th or 19th?
Whatever's on the contract.
The contract says the 22nd.
Then bill, that's today, so bill them today. For the endorsement, you can bill them right now.
I'm going to say this one more time.
Talking about going forward, should it be only...
Mark.
Master Road shape.
Did I miss that?
But he'll do it. Oh, listen. I'm going to ask one more time. Does anybody want me to order anything?
What's that?
I'm good.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
All right. All right.
The contract says this Sunday, the 25th,
For billing,
for his endorsement.
it's fine.
Because there's an active management LLC. Well, let me see what, I didn't find out what their, that must, well, I got Access Property Management, and I gave you the number. So is that the same number? Can you get that number again? 970. Okay. 301, yeah, 4490. Access Management LLC is the accessmanagement.org is their website. And they got an address. Why doesn't that go right to the address?
Claim deed on your
What's
home
that?
right now.
Why doesn't it just go right to the address versus just trying to
He's in Greek. One of the fastest growing crimes in America.
Couldn't each person just sue and small claims?
Well, yeah, they could.
All cyber thieves have to do.
I think I would do that so they could.
They just sue as a group, actually.
Why do as a group small claims if each everybody can take $7,500 each?
Oh, yeah. You're right. You're right.
I know, I know it is.
That's why I protect my home with Home Title Lock. Home Title Lock is a barrier around your home's title. The instant they detect tampering, they shut it down. Go to HometitleLock.com and register your address to see.
Oh, you know what's interesting about FanDuel?
For 33 days.
They send you a fucking credit card attached with your.
Do you do it?
Really? Yeah.
Do you do it, Mark? What do you bet on?
Football. I'm up like $3,000 this year so far.
Are you really? What's the line on the Bronco game? They must be 9.5 points.
I lost. That was the only one I lost last Sunday.
Wait, you mean they are favored?
No.
Last week they were underdogs by 8 or 11.
How's Locke
fucking
doing?
won.
How's Locke doing?
Who?
Is Luck doing anything?
Okay, he's been hurt.
Who's been playing?
Well, who was playing? No, he played last week.
I thought he was out.
Yeah, that he was hurt. But he played well on Sunday. He made one stupid pass.
Oh, he fucking crushed me, man. I had $200 out of the loss.
Jeez, they were favored 8 for the Patriots?
Oh, tonight.
Doc, do you want anything? You want anything at all?
Well, maybe it wasn't 8, but they were definitely fucking favored. The Patriots were.
Right.
Well, here, I can look right here because I bet on them.
Well, hey, it's up.
Is that me?
Yeah.
Hey, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK. 713-8255. One Clear Choice Garage Doors will come out 24/7 for an emergency. If you have a broken spring, you won't be able to open your door. They also install new openers and new doors. Here's what I love about OneClearChoiceDoors.com. Those garage door people have everything listed on their website as to how much they charge for each and every item. That's how proud they are of their value pricing. OneClearChoiceDoors.com. I've used them for at least 5 or 6 garage doors already, and Sidewinder openers, which are incredible. 720-370-3987. 720-370-3987. Just look for OneClearChoiceDoors.com. And you want to give a shout out to Jensen Appliance. Paulina, tell me what's going on.
Well, I called a couple of weeks ago with my LG refrigerator under warranty. I couldn't find anyone who would fix it.
Yes, you were so frustrated
And,
you could find no one to help you. What happened?
It's been a month without the refrigerator, and after I called the radio, Randy from Jensen Appliances sent someone here within 2 days who fixed the refrigerator for $600, and your Angel from LG reimbursed us $600 within a week, and the case is closed. And I'm so happy that I called you. So.
Thank you for letting us know all of that. We're so happy we were able to make a difference. So now you got your refrigerator. And before that, how long have you been waiting? How long were you without a refrigerator?
Exactly a month.
Boy.
I called you.
Tom, Jensen Appliance stepped up, and he said that if they didn't pay back he would go after LG, but then LG stepped up. So we kind of had, backing. So either way, she was going to get paid. So bravo to Jensen.
Now listen to this one.
Yeah, they did a great job.
We love that information. Thank you so much. And who worked on that one? Daphne, you did it with the Angel at the other place. And then did Jensen call in on his own that day, I thought?
Jensen called in, on his own, and said, we have all of the equipment, and so we'll go ahead and put it in. We'll charge you the $600, and then we'll go after LG, but then LG stepped up. So we love that, and that's Jensen Appliance, by the way, 303-988-9159, 303-988-9159. Okay, I want to remind you now. Access Property Management took money to repair roofs and did not repair roofs at a townhome development. The townhome development does not have a current HOA. Access Property Management is operating without current authority. And you need to let them know that we're not going to sit by while people rake money in and don't do repairs. Tell them you heard about them on the show. Give them our number, 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466. The next thing we do is we look into criminal activity if they've been siphoning funds, because there's a Contractors Trust Act that I believe would apply to them as well. They took money entrusted to them to do a roof and have not done a roof. Access Property Management, 970-301-4490. That's 970-301-4490. I truly believe that we do a service when we help people out like this by telling people you've heard about them on the show. Our number is 303-713-TALK. Of course, you can call 303-MARTINO 24/7. And I want to give you some more updates we've been working on. You see, this is the only place, really, you can get free help for all of your problems. You just call. And nowhere else are you going to find it. And on referrallist.com, you're going to find people helping people who've been screwed. That's why we have the referral list, not just to advertise good people, but to then use those good people to help when other people have been, wronged, like Jensen Appliance just did. They're on the referral list. You see, it's unlike these other lists. These other lists are just lists. Give me money, I put you on a list. This one has background checks. This one has accountability, follow-up, constant follow-up, arbitration, and they help each other. Let's give you another one. Jeff called about his move, and he was pissed off, okay? And he should be. Even though he signed a contract that was estimated, here's the problem. They make it sound like it's not estimated. Hey, we're going to pick up NEN, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And he was out some money. They gave him a $200 goodwill adjustment. He didn't think it was worth, he thought it was worth more. But he wasn't being unreasonable. He just wanted some extra money. So we got him an extra $500. Think about that. He was originally saying he'd be satisfied with a total of $600 for the inconvenience he went through with this moving company. Instead, we got him a $500 for a total of $700. And that's because of Deputy B. So thank you, Deputy B. We appreciate the information and telling us about it. And again, we have a good group of people here working for you. 303-713-TALK. Did Mark do this last time?
No one.
Let Mark do it then.
Your smart device to play 630 KHOW on iHeartRadio. Then you can hear KHOW while you're working from home.
Getting 630 KHOW from iHeartRadio.
Denver's talk station. Available on over 2,000 devices. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by American Financing.
From the Betfred Sports Traffic Center, crews are still working on that wreck in the Castle Rock.
Train versus truck. Where? Here?
Watch out for road construction on the northbound side of Santa Fe at Bellevue causing some backups. And watch out for road work on the Highway Drive on westbound I-70 at I-225 as well. The weather forecast going to be partly sunny, breezy today. Chilly though, a high of only 46. Right now, light drizzle, fog, and 33. With your Impact Traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner, 630 KHOW.
10 seconds, we've gone fast.
Month without restarting your term. It only takes 10 minutes to get started when you choose American Financing. 303-695-7000 or AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 18234, regulated by the Commission on Real Estate.
All right, getfoundfast.com. If you have a company website, you want to rank on Google, you want to be seen. If someone types in keywords that have something to do with your business, you need to be a part of it, or the competition is going to crush you these days. GetFoundFast.com will look at your website, they'll give you free advice on it, and they'll tell you the other different things they do as a company, like Facebook advertising and pay-per-clicks. Give them a call right now. Just go to GetFoundFast.com.
They're supposed to give you the same amount. They're not supposed to more without your assistance. But that's exactly what politicians are doing. And that's why we need Proposition 117.
Who won yesterday?
Proposition 117 gives
Won what?
the taxpayers...
Racquetball.
3-2. It was that yesterday?
Yeah, 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
Did you know this? The World Series is going on? I had no idea.
I told Suzanne that and Miles. I said I had no fucking idea the World Series was even on.
I know, it's like game 2.
It's like, who's in it? I'm like, I fucking couldn't tell you who's in it.
Isn't that amazing?
Nothing about it. Did you know what was going on?
Yeah, only because I heard about it, but I know what you mean.
Well, that's ultimately I heard, like yesterday, so-and-so won game 1.
Right.
I'm like, the fucking World Series?
I know. I said the same thing. It's so amazing.
Pissed me off.
God, people knew more about our racquetball game than knew about the fucking World Series.
Yeah, that's probably right.
It's crazy. I think it's the Blue Jays and somebody. I couldn't even. I'm gonna look on ESPN now.
Nobody cares.
You want to talk about losing revenue, man? I don't know.
What about football?
Baseball
Well,
survives.
football, I'll guarantee you more in football. It's down, but not like basketball or
No.
baseball.
It's down though.
Baseball.
You're right.
Oh, they're all fucking. Just look at the stadiums.
Yeah.
Hey, Tommy, I got a mini vibration plate. Holy cow, that thing is crazy.
How many?
It's about 40 pounds, 30 pounds. It's
Pretty
probably about,
fucking big.
It's big, but I can carry it if I want to move it to a different room. It's not like yours.
What do you do on it? Just like lift weights or what?
I do squats on it,
Oh, really?
and then I do planks on it.
Can you do? Oh, really?
Sit up.
Well, it's not big enough for a plank. You do the front.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. You
No.
Is that
You have it's the Rays and the Dodgers.
Do you have programs on it?
There's a couple of free studies. I've just been kind of messing with it myself, doing 10 minutes here. They say don't ever do over 30 minutes. Will you agree with that?
Well, I haven't only because the programs don't go over it.
Cleanings, checkups, and cavities. Have Dr. Chang's dental practice.
It's a little tough, Daniel.
What's the longest plank you can do?
Well, I used to do like 4 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
4 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I just did last night.
Because Mark he can't do 30 seconds.
No, it was you telling me you did 5 minutes. Is
No,
what brought up the
I
question.
think I could do a 5-minute plank. At least
I
I used to be
don't
able
think
to.
I've ever done
$75 credit for your first job post.
But I do them like on this here. I don't do this here. I do like this.
Yeah, I go back and forth.
Like this. Hey, Tom, I just looked at
That's not plank.
Yes, it is.
It's not compared to this.
Well, that's hard. I agree. So you do.
You can't do that for 4 minutes.
I have never tried it.
Do it. I got money right now.
Axis just called me.
I agree. So you do your planks.
So I'll tell you what
Isn't
this
that
is.
funny, Mark?
Both.
Mark.
Yeah.
You can tell the difference. This is harder.
Axis just called me.
Yeah.
That's, the fucking management
I
company.
do this, Daniel.
Well,
Look at this.
there's two sides to
This is
every
what I do.
story.
I still have to take a little break.
He said there is a function
I
in
still have to go
HOA
with the down
that
dog
they're
real
dealing
quick.
with.
Down dog.
But this is like what I would do.
You wouldn't come on the air?
Right here.
Isn't it funny they didn't call us until we called fucking hell down on them?
Raise leg.
Are you really?
And then once each
Each
leg,
each
30 seconds.
Or 30, 30,
And then a
30,
side
30,
plate, each side 30 seconds, and a full. I mean, that I can do. So I usually I'll do it without breaking, but I have to go into a down dog real quick. Just to give it a break.
Maybe I should do that, like say 1 minute there, 1 minute the other. No, I just started doing them again. So I do the planks at night, the push-ups in the morning.
Yeah.
Have you done those?
You know,
I've done
here's
it
the deal.
before, yes.
Just like I thought. A plank is literally a motion you're not fucking moving it.
Right.
So when you move, your plank is done and you're starting something else.
Yeah, but if you
That's the fucking definition of a plank.
Yeah, but it's
You're right.
actually...
Of course I'm right.
Well, hold on. But doing a plank and then doing movement...
I thought a plank was something inside a platform.
The actual definition is...
Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show.
303-713-TALK. 303-713-855. Listen.
Turn Doc's mic off.
Doc's mic, I'll turn off. It's hold on, no, here it is. Okay, got it. Anyway, we're here. He does have a follow-up we'll get to. We're here to solve problems, folks. And the phones have been a little slower today. Yesterday they were slammed, but feel free to call in on any issue you have, whether or not it's actually festering, even if it's just brewing, or you have an idea and before you get involved you want to get some help, especially on home improvements. And then also, if you have a small business or are in business or you need work, call us. We have a lot of people on the referral list looking for help. Now, I know there's I'm not going to get any job syndrome. I'm only going to get the job to replace the job I had syndrome, or I was making big money syndrome. I'm going to wait until I can make big money even if I go broke syndrome. I've seen guys wait 2 years to get a high-paying job and meanwhile go broke. But anyway, I digress. Call us, use the show. This is where we open the airwaves to you guys. This is not a high and mighty show where we sit and pontificate for the entire show. We don't tell you what to believe and how to believe. What we do is turn the airwaves over to you to get help. Now, Jan wants to talk about a steel building. Okay, Jan, what about it? I just want to say, warning, alert, whoop, 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 red alert, and that is the steel building industry in general, Mark. Sum it up in a word, Mark.
Okay. I really had no problem doing it.
Well, to sum up the industry.
Well, I had to shop.
God, can he take an opportunity to impart wisdom without bragging?
I had to do a lot of research.
I know you did.
Careful
but
as hell.
Why did you have to be as careful as hell?
Because
the industry
sucks. They're like used car sales guys.
What's the first thing you're told when you go to shop for a building? You know what's funny?
I happen to have one your exact size in stock.
Yeah, they happen to have one. They call it dropped on the ground. Some customer canceled. You get a great deal. And then I love this one. Oh, so you can get this building. It's only $60,000. And then you go and say, cool. And they drop it down. And then you're going to erect it. And they say, oh, you wanted windows and doors in that. Oh, no. Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry, Jan. I'm taking your time. What's going on with you, Jan?
We got the building, and it's up, and we're fine with it. Everything is good. But it has a cutout for a single garage door on the side, on the end, and my husband is having a heck of a time finding someone to install the door. I mean, we've called a couple garage door companies on your referral list.
Did you call One Clear Choice Doors?
Yes, my husband called all of them, and a couple of them told him over the phone no.
Mine's too big. They don't do doors as big as mine.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Really?
I didn't know that, Mark. They wouldn't do a big one. How big is it, Jan?
No, it's just a single. It's a one-car
like
garage
a house
door.
garage, like you would have in a home.
Yeah, it's not very big, but we only have the cutout. We don't have like a.
Oh, they would have to frame it up and all that. Yeah, they're not going to do that.
That's odd.
Yeah, so we can't.
My steel building came with all the framing for that. I wonder why that's such a.
Well, because they're doing it themselves, right? Are you doing it yourselves or what?
Yes, the company did not. They came and dropped it off, and then my husband had another company come in and put it up.
We've got a company on the referral list that'll come out and frame that up for you. Then you can call a garage door company.
Don's Garage Doors is a good company. I don't know. He might do it. The Garage Doctor is great. Let's see, who else?
No, they won't. They won't.
Mountain View Doors. None of these guys will do that because what you really need is a contractor to frame that all up.
Yeah, we've got a contractor.
I think so.
that can do that, then you go back to these garage door companies.
Exactly. Then you go to the referral list and get one of these door companies. But I think what you're looking for really
and
is
actually, this number I'm going to give you, this guy will actually give you a quote on doing the whole door too, but he can frame it up.
Is it on the referral list?
Okay, good.
I'm working.
Okay, he's working on getting you a name here, Jan.
And we do have one quote in. Mark, do you think 8,000 for that type of job
way too much.
is about
Way too much. Way too much. Was that from the referral list?
All right, good.
Was that from the referral list?
No, Don's Garage Doors gave us to someone, and that's how much they quoted us.
Okay. Now, Don, they won't rip you off. They're good people. Now,
Here it is. Great Western Building Systems. 800.
Hold on. You got your mic on? Okay, take this down. 800. Go ahead.
497-2135. Just tell them you just talked to me. Tell them you need it framed. Give them the dimensions, and you need a garage door for it. He might not even do the garage door part, but he's the guy that put together my steel building, and he did a bang-up job.
Well, I wonder if he'll take the time on someone else's building to do the frame. I don't know.
He might. He's got a big crew, man. This guy bounces everywhere.
Yeah.
He does stuff. He does hangers.
Oh, that's the other thing. We're in Conifer.
Well, yeah.
I don't know that.
Listen, Jan, just call some of the... call Genesis. I mean, Total Exteriors, they do jobs like that. They do interiors and exteriors, and they do... I mean, it's more of a handyman thing, too, really.
Well, what I don't get is, when you design this building and they shipped it, are any of these companies going to do? They're going to have to, what are they going to frame it with wood? What are they going to do?
Well, hold on. Normally, you do get the framing with the steel when you buy a complete building.
Yeah, you show where the cutouts are, and then they frame it.
So didn't the framing material come with it, Jan?
Yes.
Oh, good. So you have the materials.
Yeah, we just need someone
Just
to
call
put it
I got it. I got
Great
it.
Western.
You just call Great Western or call a handyman service on a referral list or try Genesis. We have some follow-ups. Dan, Wally, Sue, hang on. We will get to you. I'm Tom Martino.
Don't miss the...
That's what I'm saying. That's insane.
Oh,
that probably included the garage doors. I'm sorry.
He was very upset.
No, my doors, openers, and everything. Forget about the framing. Mine was part of the building. So, but all my garage doors, the tracks, everything, was $4,000. And you see how big they are. And I got those sidewinders.
Wow.
Are you there tubing? Campus, my parents always told us that we were put on this earth to make a difference.
I always get him confused with Jonathan Turley.
That motto. We are here to make a difference.
God, talk about, can you just imagine? He's lucky someone didn't put that video out there.
Right, you're exactly right. In fact, it may still go get out there.
Who did it?
Well, someone's got it.
Who was it?
Jeffrey Tubin.
Oh, okay. I knew there was something about Matthew McConaughey recently.
No, the fact that he turned down $14.5 million.
Was that wrong?
Romantic comedy, he wouldn't do it. So listen to this. I get a call yesterday on my AARP line. This 24-year-old kid is calling me because he's being blackmailed. He was online with somebody, and he sent them nude pictures or whatever, and now they're blackmailing him. And the guy is saying that he's going to show the video to all of his friends.
That's a scam, too.
No. The guy did.
He really sent him the video.
He really sent videos to the...
How's he going to get his friends through Facebook?
Yeah.
I wonder why he was such a numbskull.
He's 24 years old.
Yeah, but...
And he's a 24-year-old numbskull. But he really did send a video to who he thought was his woman he was dealing with. So he paid the $200, and now they want more money.
Of course they do.
Do you know how many times I'm here on the weekend, like with the kids or something, and I'm walking around in my underwear thinking, no, not skinny, just thinking, I wonder if those cameras ever, like, came on by accident or something.
That's why he turns this off all the time.
No. I definitely...
He's tubing.
No. I definitely turn it off on purpose because me and my kids are in here, and we spend most of our time right here on this counter.
Yeah.
And so what would you do with this kid? He actually sent a video to this, who he thought was his woman that he was dating on.
What was the video?
Of him. doing, I don't know, some kind of naked stuff. So this guy calls up and said, I have your video, and he showed him that he had the video, and he said, you want to give me $200, or I'm going to send it to your friends. Send him the $200. And now the guy wants more money.
Of course.
So
actually, I'd have him arrested. I looked at the guy that has the video.
Well, of course, if you can find it.
Yeah, he's probably in India.
Yeah. So I said, call the, you got two choices. You got to call the police, or else.
I mean, that guy's playing on some dangerous turf. He's blackmail's a crime.
Well, no kidding.
Right.
So the guy's in India.
On this HOA, why? So that's an LLC. Just let you know, it's an LLC. I got the guy's name there for it. Who owns it? Why don't they owns that management company?
Yeah, he talked to him.
Well, you talked to him?
Yeah. Oh, he called me.
What did he say?
No, let's not. I don't want to hear it.
Okay, I'm sorry. That's up there. I'm sorry.
I just don't want to hear it.
But he was very upset that people calling and saying that. I mean, I thought the only thing we said was that he didn't call us back. I didn't.
Well, not only that, he's not really doing the roofs. So you got people with tarps on their roofs.
Right.
So screw him. I mean, that's
right. Exactly. Screw him.
I think each owner should sue a small claim.
Use crayon and scuff marks from walls. But did you know it?
That's good. That's good.
I think each owner.
Shit in flux right now is this motherfucking system.
Why don't you just return it?
Mark, because I bought it when I lived in the condo.
Oh, they're old.
But guess what? They never worked there. They never fucking worked there. Not all the time, not consistently.
You should just use headphones.
I'm just pissed. Man, it's just draining the shit out of you.
How much do you have in the whole system?
About 2,500.
Jesus. God, even back in the...
Hold on. Like that, what, about maybe 1,800, and I just bought 2 boosts. I'm using one to see if it works. Those boosts are supposed to make it stronger.
So it's their own Wi-Fi. You don't connect them to your Wi-Fi.
Here's what happens. Yes, you connect it to your Wi-Fi, but they just came out with the boost for people that are having intermittent Wi-Fi. And what the boost does is once you connect to the boost with your Wi-Fi and program it goes out and looks for other Sonos products, and it's supposed to be the brain.
And then the speakers, like one of these, right? Where is
right here. It finds it. That finds it.
Is it finding it?
Yes, I did. One time, set them all up. And then it all disappeared. Why? Here's why I thought. I thought because it really wasn't connected to that. They were connected to Wi-Fi, and that was.
How do I look at that?
Okay, on the app, but it won't find it. It doesn't find it now. But I will explain to you.
No, but is that on? What network is that on?
That would be right now.
Is it on your mesh?
It's on no network. It's wherever you, because it's not on right now. If you hook up, you gotta have the Sonos app, okay? And when you have the Sonos app, you go and look for that. Man, if it turned out to be a fucking Apple thing, I would die.
But it's its own Wi-Fi. That's all I really care about. It doesn't have to be on your Wi-Fi. Once it's programmed,
yes. You gotta program it first. Well, okay. It does have to be on your Wi-Fi. Only, listen to this, to use your app, because your app talks to it on a Wi-Fi. And then it sends out the signal to the other speakers on its own network. But it also is capable of each one being on Wi-Fi. Sonos 2 controller. Or maybe you have a Sonos Windows app.
Can customize any loan in the industry to your needs. In fact, it's their responsibility and their commitment to find the best program for your financial situation. And that's exactly what they do. Whether they walk you through shorter-term loans like a 15-year conventional or discussing zero down payment benefits of a
Windows 7 and higher.
Knowledgeable folks who keep conversations simple and straightforward. And you know what else?
And right now it's reset. So see it's green or white. See, that shouldn't be blinking like that.
Purchase is significant as a new home.
That should be looking for. Yeah, it's blinking green, Mark. That is factory reset, looking for the app. Now, that's because I'm starting over. It's looking for this fucking app.
Let me look at it.
I know.
But it has its own Wi-Fi called, for example, Sonos Wi-Fi.
Sonos Net, yes. But to talk to it, we need to be on our Wi-Fi.
Followed by the debate at 7. We're going to win. We can win. On on 630.
It's plugged in, so you just have to be on the network. In fact, you know what? I should try to plug in and do it and talk to it. If this is plugged in,
money to 200
I'm just so
confirmation text that
I'm going to give the name to Daphne's person.
in this nationwide contest. That's money to 200 200. This is the Troubleshooter Show.
Mark, if it turns out to be an Apple thing, I'm going to throw these out the window.
We're back in, guys.
I'm Tom Martino, your Troubleshooter. This hour brought to you by GenesisTotalExteriors.com. I told you about them last hour, didn't I? I said, look, they can do almost anything inside and out. From the roofing, gutter, siding, windows, doors, decking, fences, painting. Mark had to do a lot of work at his house. They painted the house. It looks beautiful. I don't know about the color selection, but that's between Suzanne and Mark. Anyway, GenesisTotalExteriors.com. They're great people, seriously. Bathrooms, kitchens, baths. Genesis Total Exteriors. We know Mark personally and can vouch for him. All right, now Deputy Doc has an important follow-up, okay? And then I'm going to get to the phones. We were talking about access property management. We said, listen, man, we're sick and tired of this call we're getting from the resident there, and some other residents chimed in as well. And basically, they say that access property management got paid some insurance proceeds and got paid from some residents for a roof and never put the roof on, and they're having problems. And he said, we don't have an active HOA. We're going to resurrect it next week.
For right now, Access Property Management sounds like a runaway management company who's operating on no authority. But Deputy Doc said he found out something was it totally different? Hold on, let me turn the mic on. Go ahead, Doc.
Different side of the story. I spoke to Matt, and first of all, he apologized for not returning the messages. He said he never got them, so we'll give him a pass on that.
Give him a pass on that.
But what he said was that there is an HOA that they're working with, and it's complicated because they're apparently haven't met their deductible, and as soon as the HOA meets the deductible, they have a contractor lined up that is going to finish all of the roofs by the end of the year. So
why don't they have it done now?
Because the HOA hasn't met the deductible, and he said there is an HOA that they're dealing with.
Wait a minute. They haven't met the deductible, then usually what they do is capital assess the residents.
Well, maybe that's what they're going to do. They're having a meeting on
And by the way, that's why that woman had to pay, I think, her $3,100 when she sold the unit to this guy.
Right. But anyway, I told him, he said he would call James, who was the one that called us, explain all this to James, and then we'll have James call us back and see if he's satisfied with what Matt has told him.
Thank you.
And he, like I said, he did apologize that he never got the message.
That's good. I appreciate that. Okay, Sue wants to talk about a COVID test, a test booth at the farmer's market. Sue, clue us in on this. What's going on?
She just dropped off as soon as you said Sue.
Dang. I was wondering what she was... Daft, do you know what she was calling about?
No, she just said that there was a COVID test booth at a farmer's market.
Oh. Okay,
I can answer to that.
What do you want to answer?
Well, I can tell you that...
ask a question.
They do have these portable booths set up. I went to one that was in the parking lot of the old Kmart on Evans and Monaco.
Yeah.
And so they do have these portable tests, and they do the legitimate tests.
Are they rapid?
Well, mine took 24 hours.
Okay.
But they
How do you know if they're legit or not? That's a good question.
Well, because I know how they took the sample.
I know, but how do we know when we walk up if what's Joe Schmo can go out there and say, I'm testing you?
Well, because if they get the results back from a legitimate lab, which they did with mine, I knew that it was legitimate.
Okay.
And they were...
I don't know. No, seriously, I'll bet you there's going to be a lot of fraud out there, come to think of it.
I think they just want the insurance money.
Or no. Okay. Do they ever charge cash money, or do they always do insurance?
It was just insurance.
Okay. Well,
and they bill Medicare, which is reasonable, and I got my results back from a legitimate lab.
Okay. 303-713-TALK. Let's talk to Dan. Dan, you say you got a $470 bill that's not yours?
Hello?
Hey, Dan.
Hi. Yesterday I received a bill from Express Toll.
Right.
And supposedly, I was on E470 southbound on September 12, 7:42 p.m. I have never even been on E470, ever.
I believe you, Dan. Let me ask a few questions. Did they send you a picture of your license plate?
Well, not a picture. It's on this bill.
But just the number, not the picture.
Right. There is no picture.
Okay. Do they have the make and model of your car correct?
That's not even listed down here. All it is my license plate number.
Oh, okay. All right. Listen, they've been
and
having
so I don't know if this is a scam
No,
or what
it's not a
scam.
scam. It's not a scam. They make mistakes. Their optical readers make mistakes. They look at your car, your plate. They do an optical recognition of the characters. Then they search their database, and those with prepaid accounts with a credit card where you charge. You see, what happens is you put money on charge with them, and then they deduct off of that if you have an account. If you don't have an account, they mail you that bill. But often they get the digits mixed up.
Okay.
If you call them, they're usually really good about fixing it. Have you called them yet?
No. Okay. You're my first person to call.
Dan, I will tell you, it's not a scam. We've never heard of a scam involving 470. We have heard of plenty of mistakes where a car drives through, the optical generator or the optical recognition just maybe sees a different, maybe an I instead of an L or a 1. It can happen depending on the angles, and they are really, really good about fixing it, okay? Because they'll look into their records and they'll see what kind of car you have and all of that, and they will fix it. If you have a problem, call us back because we do have an angel there. 303-713-TALK. Keep your calls coming on any problems. Rob, what's going on, Rob?
How you doing?
I'm doing okay, except for this Sonos piece of crap. I hate when I have technology that doesn't work, but I don't want to bore people with it. The one thing in life, let me just tell you though, forget Sonos, anything. Have you ever bought something and you followed directions to the T and it just doesn't work like it's supposed to? And then you call up the factory or you talk to someone and they say, I've never had that problem. Anyway, that is enough for me to pull all my hair out. But Rob, you want to expose, what is this, a scam?
No, this is a guy that basically I just refer to him as a scumbag, and if nothing else, I'd like you just to kind of get the word out about this guy and his company. I'll kind of give you a little backstory. The guy, his name is David Lesh, L-E-S-H, and he owns a company out of Denver called Virtaka, V-I-R-T-A-K-A, or V-I-T-A-K, something like that. And this guy's been in trouble multiple times for going to Colorado landmarks and just desecrating them.
Wait a minute. What, he just goes to a landmark and desecrates it, like for fun?
Well, I mean, not necessarily, but basically last year he got in trouble for snowmobile building on Independence Pass and causing an avalanche, which is a restricted area. You can't
Is he like a daredevil kind of guy?
He got caught walking.
Wait, is he like a daredevil kind of guy?
No, he just does this stuff to promote his company.
What is the name of his company again? I didn't get the name quite. David Lesh.
V-I-R-T-I-K-A. And his name is David Lesh.
V-I-R. V as in Victor?
Correct.
Vertica.
And it's outwear. It's Vertica Outwear.
I got him now. Vertica Outwear. And in order to promote his stuff, he does publicity stunts. Like I see one here where he's riding a camel or something, and he does weird stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm not concerned about that stuff so much, but what he's done is, after this snowmobiling thing causing an avalanche, he got in trouble with the government. They fined him and whatever, 20 hours community service, something stupid. Then he, last year, got caught walking out on the lake in Hanging Lake, which is a super fragile ecosystem, and he's in trouble for that. They're investigating him. And then this last week, they caught him he posted a picture of himself taking a dump in the Maroon Bells Lake.
Hold on a second. What was the dump supposed to promote? Maybe a trapdoor on the onesie or what? What basically was he promoting?
No, nothing like that. The guy posted on his Instagram, he posted, I've lived in Colorado for 15 years, finally get to visit Maroon Bells or something like that. It had nothing to do with promoting his wear. It's just that he does these things to promote his Instagram account.
Does he ever do a tubing?
Brand.
He said Maroon Lake is my toilet.
I was listening yesterday, Tom. No, he did do a tubing.
He didn't do a tubing. That's good. But listen, seriously, this guy sounds like just a publicity seeker. Is he? Here's what I want to ask Rob. Seriously, is he really doing harm?
Oh, absolutely.
No, like now. Hold on. You're quick to say absolutely. And I mean this because I don't know. Is pooping in a lake illegal?
It is.
It's now a federal investigation, Tom.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, in Colorado, the rules are you're supposed to poop 200 feet from any body of water, 6 to 8 inches deep, bury it. I hike. I do this stuff. So seeing this stuff, it pisses me off, and so I just, me being someone that enjoys the outdoors, I would definitely never support this guy's company.
Yeah, if you Google this guy, he's just he's one of these. What do I call him? Is he a is he a what is he? I don't know. I mean,
millennial.
Is he a millennial or a little older? Okay, and for once and for all, what the hell is a millennial as far as age goes? Tell me, what is the age of a millennial? I want to know.
I know I'm the youngest possible millennial. Like it's like 24 to is it like 40 or 50 something now?
But what makes you a millennial? Something around the turn of the 2000 mark, right?
Yeah, it's like from like I think it's like 82 to 95 or something like that.
You had to be, you had to have been conscious. They said. Consciously aware of the turn of the century, of Y2K. That's what I thought it meant. But why don't you look that up, somebody?
81 to 96.
Is what?
Yeah, it's 81, 96.
Oh, birthdays, 81. Oh, 81. Why 81 to 96? Wait. To 96. Okay. So who's here? Anybody here a millennial? No, huh?
I am 95. I was born in 1995, Tom.
Okay, so hold on a sec. So what this guy is, if you look at him, he's like, you can tell he fancies himself, and he tries to look like a male model with his hair slicked back in the suit, and then in other areas he's wearing, I don't know, I know. But you know what? It doesn't bother me unless he's truly doing... like he's skydiving here for something. He does a lot of crazy stuff to promote his stuff.
Got a break soon?
I mean, you're just bugged by him. But I want to know, really, I'm serious now, is the guy doing real harm? You say definitely. Give me the number one harm he's done so far. And I'm not sticking up for him.
Got a break.
The number one harm, in my opinion, that he's done, and I mean, everyone's going to have their own opinions just on these last three actions.
Hold on. You know what? I thought you could just tell me. Hold on. I want to know the top 3 things he's done. Seriously. After this.
Denver's.
There.
30 seconds till I do home loans and also master. Mark
master.
Here, you can do this real quick.
No, I will. I want to do anything that can help.
Type it right here.
Your bank accounts and even take your home or business. That's all true. But
Sonos.
They're offering a way out. The Fresh Start Initiative. If you qualify, we can save you thousands. We're the experts at Optima Tax Relief. We will fight to get you the best possible tax. Call 800-970-1575.
Now there's a system on that.
800-970-1575.
Here you go. I do home loans long.
Just believe. Ideal Home Loans for your next Ideal Home Loan. And I mean that sincerely. The people at Ideal seek to get you a loan that is ideal for your situation. First and foremost, they're not working on commission. That means they're going to find the best loan for you, not the one that pays them the most. Second, they have an interest rate guarantee. So no matter what happens, if rates go down, you don't lose it. You get refinance free of charge. I love that one. And here's the other one, credit optimization. Even though you're approved, they tweak your credit to get you better pricing. That's quick, easy, and legal. And I love the fact that they have the pre-approval, which is like a cash deal. Your offer goes to the top. They've been an equal opportunity lender since the early 2000s, and Brent Ivinson is still at the helm. You can trust Ideal Home Loans to seek out the best loan for you, whether refinancing or buying. Ideal Home Loans for Colorado, in Colorado, 303-867-7000. Now, what were you doing?
It's not what I wanted.
They're supposed to give you a say in the matter. They're not supposed to sidestep the law.
But here's the thing, Mark.
More without your
I'm supposed to turn that thing on. I can't even find it. The app won't even find it. I'll show you.
Say that again?
The app won't even find it. Right now, that's on. If I go to my app,
yeah, I know. I'm in the app.
It's supposed to discover it.
Can I unplug whatever's going on over there or no?
No, not now, because the pass-through is affected.
So you're
Right now, I have it plugged in, so there was no question. So right now, look, it says set up your product. And when I hit this, it's supposed to find that, and it doesn't. It doesn't find it ever. And it says make sure it's. I go right over there, make sure it's plugged in.
Can you find your master bedroom?
Okay. Right now, that's another thing. It doesn't matter. I have so many different things that show up in different.
Mark, 5 seconds. Master to short.
Or by Unite for Colorado, Katie Kennedy, registered agent.
All right, Master Rooter Plumbing. I talk about these guys all the time. I love them. They're great plumbers, and on top of that, their pricing is incredible. I've seen them save up to 50% compared to the competition when it comes to sewer line replacements. If you just need a new faucet installed, by the way, these are your guys. If you need a new water line to your new house installed, these are your guys. They do every bit of plumbing you can imagine, and once again, they do it at a great price, and on top of their already low prices, listen to this. If you're military, senior, or a single income family, you get an additional 10% off. I know the owner personally, and Tony is a great guy. He wants to earn your business forever. Give these guys a call. They also have 24/7 emergency service. If you ever have a pipe freeze or you wake up and there's water somewhere, 720-434-3406. Write this number down. You're going to need a plumber at some point, and these are your guys. 720-434-3406.
Hi,
Now, Mark, one thing I did in my house is I plugged in a Google Mesh, right? And then I have 3 access points. But the Google Mesh, here's the problem with Google.
It's not on 8,710 US 51 in South Haven and is 877 miles away.
Oh my God.
A lot of places
Google.
their hours and
Shut up. Hey Google, cancel.
Is COVID ready?
No.
Sure, cancel.
What is that plugged into? The mesh?
What? No. It's just plugged into. There's no name when you have your hardwire Ethernet. It's just Ethernet. Now listen, the Wi-Fi is going to change the name, but here's what I want to explain to you. One thing I thought that Wi-Fi was that this is just another topic. I want to get your opinion. When I bought Google Wi-Fi, I thought it was extending my router, but it doesn't. It extends and opens up a new network. So that's why Mesh is on there. That's the Google network. It's like crazy. Let me show you.
Well, Mesh just connects to your other network.
I know, but so I have 3 Wi-Fi points, and they're all good. See, they're all good.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, but it's called TSN Mesh because if you log into this, you're not logged into the other one, but you are. But it goes through.
It logs into the other one.
Yeah. So here's what I'm thinking: how crazy it could be. I thought maybe this was complicating things, because it was finding the mesh as opposed to the network and trying to connect to that. So what I did was, I did away with, I disabled the Wi-Fi on my modem downstairs. I disabled it. You know, you can log into your modem, and I disabled the Wi-Fi this morning. It's back on now. And then I was just using the mesh network, period, so nothing's confused.
I know what I'm going to do.
So here's what I want to know, Mark.
Let me get on there real quick.
If something is logged onto the mesh and something else is logged directly to the modem, do they see each other?
Code Sports during sign up to try DraftKings.
That's what I want to know.
Don't forget that's Code Sports to try DraftKings.
Yeah, if you had a printer connected to Mesh, and then you had this laptop directly connected to one of your Wi-Fi modems, like the Comcast or whatever you're using, it should be able to find the printer.
Okay, I'm going to see, because my printer I know is connected. I'm going to try that.
Join me Friday morning right here on 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere. Let's go right to the phones right now. Okay, so Rob is pissed off at this guy named David Lesh. David Lesh owns a company,
Vertica outerwear, or however you pronounce it, Vertica. And in order to promote his stuff, he does a lot of videos. I think he does YouTube, and he also may do TikTok. And it pisses my caller right now, Rob, because he says he does harm in these videos, environmental harm. So tell me the top 3 things you've seen that are environmentally harmful.
Okay. He snowmobiled on Independence Pass, which is off limits, and caused avalanches.
Wow. And he videos this?
Yeah, he got caught with that one. They gave him a fine of like $500 and 50 hours community service.
By the way,
like
he's a hell of a skier. He's a hell of a skier, man. So what else does he do?
More damaging, I believe it was last year, he walked out onto the log that goes out over Hanging Lake.
Have you reported him to? Who do you report to for this kind of stuff?
He's been reported to the National Park Service for all of these things, and then they investigate him for it. I don't know if other agencies have investigated him as well.
Yeah. I'm looking at some of his videos. They're mildly ridiculous, you know. So, and he connected, like some of the stuff, he connects his jackets to a car and pulls it, you know, to show how strong they are and different things. I mean, I don't know what you do in a case like that. I've never heard of him before you even called. Is this guy, is his outerwear pretty famous? Where's it carried?
I've never heard of it. I see it on some Facebook pages that I follow.
You know what? Seriously,
really,
I'm going to ask people. I'm going to ask people what they think. And again, I don't know what to do about him. I mean, what were you hoping we could tell you? I think you did the right thing by you report him to authorities for defacing public property or for endangering.
Yeah, like I said, I know that he's been reported for all these. And kind of like I said, me as being an outdoors person, I'm sure a lot of your listeners are, just getting the word out there. So they don't support a company that chooses to do this type of stuff.
Listen, you put the word out. You put the word out. I'm going to ask anyone else who's heard of him and is bothered by it to call us. And let's see if we have to make a big to-do about it. Let's see. He's talking about Vertica outerwear. Maybe we ought to call him. David Lesh. Daff, if you get a chance, try to figure out where he is, if we can get him on the phone.
I will. And did you see that note? Crater Lake and Maroon Lake are major sources of water for the city of Aspen. That's why you don't poop in it.
Okay, that's a good point. So see if you can get a hold of this guy, David Lesh, and let's talk to him and get his spin on why he does this to promote his Vertica outerwear. Sue, you're back, I see. You wanted to talk about a COVID test booth at Farmers Market. What's going on, Sue?
Yeah, so Youthful IV had a booth set up at the University Hills Farmers Market in August.
Yes.
And so I got a COVID antibody test after their representative said that all insurances were reimbursing for this.
Not the antibody test.
Yes.
In fact, I think
and my insurance.
You're talking about the antibody test, not the test to see if you have COVID, to see if you had it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Insurance doesn't pay for that.
Well, they told me it did, and my main problem, so in fact, my insurance company would not pay for it, and my main problem was I called them and emailed them multiple times to just see if they would work with me on negotiating a self-pay price, because they presented it as insurance would pay. I know I have some responsibility there, but I just feel like it's misleading to take advantage of people.
Well, how would it be misleading? They don't collect money from you. What do they do?
Yeah, they did. I paid for it.
Wait, I'm talking about, but you asked for a direct pay. I'm asking, how do they do it for people that walk up and say, okay, I want my insurance to pay?
Oh, you have to take care of that yourself, getting reimbursed. You have to pay for it at the time you get the test and go get it reimbursed from your insurance company.
Oh, and you're saying they're misleading people because your insurance won't pay for it. Doc, I'm right, right? Insurance will not pay for the antibody, and they only pay for the... Right, unless it's ordered by your doctor, but they only pay for the other one when you have symptoms. So, if you've been exposed, okay, but if you've been exposed, can you go get a test and say, I've been exposed and have your insurance pay for it, or does a doctor still have to prescribe it?
No. Medicare will cover it.
Medicare will cover it, but I don't know about regular insurance. So, anyway, what can we do for you at this point? Did you pay the guy?
I did, but so I was thinking, well, maybe they would work with me because insurance didn't cover mine. So
Right.
I was still willing to pay something.
Right.
But no one would ever return my call or email, which is what I'm angry about. I did contest it with my credit. I contested 50% of the charge with my credit card company, and they came back and said, no, you owe this money. So I'm just pissed.
What did you get charged, Sue?
I think it was like $160, something like that.
Okay, so you paid $160 expecting insurance to pick up some, they didn't, and then you wanted to negotiate a discount.
Correct.
Okay, I don't blame you for being upset if they're misleading people. I absolutely don't blame you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what about wait. What about the test though itself? What did it come back saying?
Negative.
That means you do not have antibodies. But I have heard that those tests are the least reliable, the antibody test. What's the error rate in the antibody test? I thought, hold on.
Well,
What is it? Hello? No, false. Like I heard, they could tell you you do not have antibodies, but you really do. A false negative. I'm just going to say error rate in antibody test. I don't know. Anyway, do you want us to call? What do you want us to do? I mean, really, they don't owe you anything, except you say they did kind of mislead you. You paid for the test. You got the test.